हेलो 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 यस ये चल रहा है बढ़िया हेलो 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 अरे बढ़िया है यार आवाज आ रही है बढ़िया से बस एक ही और चेक कर लेते हैं ये हेलो 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 एक ही और चेक कर लेते हैं हेलो 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 एक ही और चेक कर लेते हैं अच्छा हेलो 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 ये क्या हुआ हेलो हाँ
You're watching VCT Pacific 2026.
हेलो हेलो हेलो
Earn
हेलो रुक जाओ
everything.
I'm at the top of the game.
हेलो
It's
हेलो
kinda hot, it's okay. When you get so far up high, don't forget to look behind. It's time to let it out, I'm going crazy. I don't ever say maybe. I keep when people close and they don't know.
Oh yeah.
We rise together, this is how we do it.
Perfect.
Don't know it for sure. One day you'll see me earning that gold.
Hello, hello.
I wanna make you all proud, you know. I'm for the eyes of my mama. It will get lonely, but I'll be free. What can I
Sure.
say? I've got that thick skin. Fallen before, but here I'm still here. And I'm not here for the drama. 1, 2, 3, get up again and go. 4, 5, 6, a.m. alarm goes off. 7, 8, now I'm ready to grow. By 9 or 10, I load it all for sure. 1, 2, 3, get up.
अरे ये पब्लिक कर इसको अरे मेरा
So, you know, they need to have a bounce back, and it's a really important match for both of these teams coming into this. Interestingly enough, GE has actually had Rrq's number, even though it's been different rosters. Going back to even 2023, 2024, they beat them when they matched up,
Yes.
and then, of course, in their most recent outing, it was in the playoffs at Stage 1, where GE again bested them. So I think for Rrq here, a lot to prove. There's a lot to prove on both sides. It's crazy.
No, there really is, especially with that return. I mean, up money. Yeah, analysts has talking about it ad nauseum, and how can you not? This guy, we thought he was going to be gone. Now he's back, and he's looking to deliver for this squad once again. Sunset to kick things off with something on that horizon. So curious to see what we get once we get over to that map. But for now, we'll jump into this first one, see who can come out on top. Rrq looking for that success on Sunset. The veto back in hand for Sparrow. And having a bit of a shakier performance than we're used to seeing from him. Typically is old reliable on Rrq there alongside Jemkin. Can he get back into that form is my big question.
Yeah, I mean, he's usually really good in the clutch. Like Xpharaoh, one of the best clutchers we've ever had in Pacific. So you're always looking at this guy to kind of be there to clean things up when maybe the rounds don't go the way you planned at the beginning. So my eyes definitely on him, on that veto as well. You know, this double Senti comp, I think this attack side might be a little bit rough potentially for them, but we'll have to wait and see. Of course, you know, Jemkin on that jet, you never know. He's want to just start taking over matches if possible. Catch anything there. Shock Dart actually going to miss onto the veto util, so that's going to be ups, and everybody on the side of Rrq just holding the line for now, expecting some kind of aggressive play here.
And they are right to expect this slow creep forward. Plenty of shots being out into mid, trying to fake them forward. Among going to be caught with that util in hand. Crazy guy on the counter, swinging able to find crystals. Autumn's going to be taken down. Uton with one, but Cushy will ensure that they get back into a player advantageous position. Forward here from Patman, now going to be walled off. Doesn't have another teleport to try to make it over the top of this thing. And it's just a little bit too high to try to jump, so we'll be rerouted, both players now. And coming from that defender spawn side. Backside approach, plenty of eyes going to be trained on this. Swing in the corner. Still, yeah, one slow orb as well available to Crazy Guy. Stop the scale forward. Spike is planted over on that street side. There's the slow going through. Xpharaoh ready to counter swing at a moment's notice. His camera will get cleared out. Spot on a one. And it will be Cushy taking the fight and taking them all down. 3 kills here for the Fade, and Rrq grab the opening pistol.
Yeah, just a really good read here from Rrq on what the tendency might be for GE. You know, especially with the double duelist, you're anticipating that some good theory behind that is going to be putting some pressure on the flanks of the map early. See if you can create an extra angle or just find a player out of place, but Rrq reads it. Anticipating that they were going to play around the veto trip, but Monyet got caught in a weird timing where he got called for another smoke, and still they're able to fight back out of it, so all's well that ends well.
Well, some space going to be offered up here for Autumn to grab that orb. Meanwhile, on the side of the map basically completely vacant, as it's just Yudotan with a Sheriff kicking in towards A main. We have to check back the wall, locking off that Boba side approach, so we'll just have to be a rewrap through mid, potentially in the tiles here for GE, but we're going to stick to the one side. It's a very nice shot. Yudotan able to find the one, and Monyet not quite registering where that kill had come from, or perhaps thinking that he was going to be rewrapping into alley. Either way, this is now a 2-player advantage. Weapons going to be collected into the hands of GE as they look to tie this up 1-1.
This is devastating. This is the worst case scenario right now for Rrq. I mean, they do have the option now to pivot back over to B. Just try a pause.
Well, speaking of players being a little bit asleep there, spot on the one, Xpharaoh swinging, the Marshall singing, looking for a little bit more. It will be Jemkin, right from that alley side, able to find the headshot to the back of the skull to rescue this round, but that was narrow margins that Rrq cleaned up this anti-eco.
No, you're absolutely right. It's just kind of chaos caused by Yudotan being so sharp with the Sheriff. It's that second one there, Monyet. I think hearing some footsteps behind him is why he's turning around there potentially. Can't really blame him too much, but that's a feels bad man position where they're trying to go clear elbow, and it's just a timing thing. So you get through it, keep the Guardian and the Vandal. Gonna have a Bucky in the mix for Monyet. A couple Sheriffs there otherwise. So still a little bit fearsome, a little bit scary from Rrq to convert a bonus, but definitely very tricky. Some interesting trips here from Hobby.
Shouldn't catch the Prowler. So should drift just underneath of that one. Try to get that intercept, and it will be able to do so. And Jemkin cannot escape. No break on that one fast enough. Hobby able to collect that elimination. As Wall not going all the way out. And Yudotan is going to be able to find one. Able to swing. The Bucky will be able to find a kill. That might just be about it, and that's all they're going to be able to find. So overall, a very healthy anti-bonus as Global Esports get themselves on the board.
Yeah, definitely, though, some information here for Rrq on some of those setups for the trips that you're going to need to be watching out for. Like you mentioned, just kind of an awkward placement. Yeah, just a nice spot there on the Jemkin. Try to respond with the Haunt, but it's just a little bit too late. Get Monyet with the shotgun to do a little damage, and that's about it. So not too bad at all. We'll see going into the next round.
So this chain together.
Yeah.
So Molly will be able to find a tiny little bit of damage, but obviously Crazy Guy can heal himself back up. Don't quite have that running back available yet here for Autumn. It's been a little bit slower to build, just given that the kills haven't been there for Global until that prior round.
Deploying drone.
Crystal's going to be sending out this drone to try to scout. Spot on the one. Go to the top.
Can we hold? Yeah. He can push. There's no fight, I think, guys. Yeah. Let's go towards B. I think, wait. Chill. They have a cam on B, I think. Yeah, let's go to B first. Hey, can we go B split? Because we still have... Marcus split? Yeah, Marcus split. I'm gonna go with them. Can you heal me, go? Okay. Cover going out. They no smoke. David, go B main again.
पूरा space ले लिया उसने B पे. पूरा info.
Okay, well,
पूरा space लेके बैठ गया वो.
able to weather the storm off the front there as Jemkin peels back that kill into Yudotan. Overdrive committed as well, and making this a little bit more costly for Global Esports and puts all the more pressure on them to be able to tie things up 2-2. Heard them talking about it, the market split now forward, but Javi checking out is able to find Xfero there at main. They know that they're going to have him a little bit contained, but Monyet, he's out on an island. And Autumn, he has buried that under the sea now. As Monyet will fall, Javi finds another crazy guy going to be picked apart. Now it's a 2v4 for Rrq to try to rescue this one and maintain the lead. Time gone. Have to go for this commit. As Autumn will lose out on the ult, but still gains information. Javi plays off of that, and Javi takes over 4K for the Cypher, and 2-2 on the board.
Well, just some crazy swings from Javi, winning rounds here. That is absolute madness from him. Great start. Take out Yudotan with his overdrive. Feel like you're good to go, but then Xfero gets outdone. I mean, you heard it in the comms. They're calling for somebody to go watch main, and Xfero, immediately on the hunt. They know that Javi's going to be taking that space, and they still can't hold it, and then things just collapse. It was an insane round from the IGL for Global Esports, and they're going to be able to take the Outlaw into this round against the very weak Eco.
Paranoia at the ready here from Batman. Look at all those outlines to the far side of the wall. Any contact, and that is going to fly. There it goes. Paranoia across 5 players to be blinded up. As Crystal was able to collect 2 now on 3rd. Looking for a little bit more. Jumping in with that bandit. Able to find Yudotan. The spike now on the floor. I'm not recovered yet either, as Xfero will be able to find Patman, but this should be an undoable job, and it is. Crystal with a 4K off the back of Hobbies as Global Esports take the lead.
Let's see if there's going to be any timeout from Rrq. Or again, I figured this would be the rougher side of the map for them for sure. Like Xfero might be buying an op here. To wait and see if that gets confirmed, but heck, easy money here when you've got the 4-man setup, you got the Paranoia, you got the flashes from Autumn. Everything pretty steady, pretty safe. Yeah, really good Paranoia. Just a really good call there as well from Javi. Have the right pieces in the right place. Looking at Crazy Guy over on the B main side, all on his own. Throw out that orb early. Buying a little bit of time, but nobody's able to scale from Rrq. They're still concerned about another trap setup or some push out. Just not in the right place this time initially. Let's see if he can get a good read off of this. Just not much information being gathered for Rrq. You're happy to play a little bit deeper.
There's a crunch attempt. Crazy Guy's still swinging. Oh, he's going to be able to find their timing, but just can't quite get the shot aligned. So Autumn down to 11, but able to survive. Blazewall goes up, and that's going to be the heal coming through.
That's Hunter's Fury for Crystal. Off that orb grab.
Key pickup.
Big ults
available. Xfero, I mean, he's not going to be the one going for the plant.
Right.
He does have that evolution. Otherwise, he could just shrug off that Hunter's Fury.
Exactly what I was just thinking.
Meanwhile, Patman up and over the top, going on scout, and is able to find one. But as he drops down, Monyet will be able to find that elimination, trying to get back. Tag in, Cushy tracked and eliminated. Fade now out of the equation. Rez going to be going through Jemkin right back into the fray. Yudotan spraying and praying, but not being rewarded. Prayers going unheard. It's losing his life, but now it's all on Autumn, a 1v2. Narrows it down a little bit. Dribble on the peak, the spot on the 1, knows where the other's at because of the plant, but there's the swing, he's just overwhelmed. Can't find his way out of this one. Monyet will be able to find it. The op's going to be carried over, and Rrq tie at 3-3.
They're able to get a decent read here. Eventually, took a little while, felt a little uncomfortable. Especially with that Hunter's Fury there, taking out Cushy. He was thinking about going for the plant, but that res turns out to be instrumental. And then they can just start spamming down this choke. There's 3 players standing there when the smoke drops. They get crushed underneath the gun barrels of Rrq. So okay, that was a very pivotal round, but now Op going to be coming into GE's hands. Yudotan to maybe try to counteract that. He's going to be taking early B main space. Meanwhile, Rrq looking for mid, but again, Crazy Guy kind of pushed back, thwarted many attempt himself. Oh, nasty shot from Autumn.
Well, after a bit of a hot start, Cushy kind of cooling off here a bit, getting caught. It's a good shot from Autumn. 2 charges away. Meanwhile, here's the operator. Didn't really go scouted. Crazy Guy, well, scouts it in the worst way possible with his face.
Guys, I found it. Now you gotta get this kill for free.
Time out.
Good luck on that one. Catch him right there on that jiggle peak. Best opportunity you're going to get. He's able to back off. Smoke's going to be going through. Meanwhile, Xfero exploring towards the Spoba side. Autumn is
Audio
out
बहुत
a
ज़्यादा
hell of a
है।
lot wider than he's going to anticipate. Crystal now tucking away, but will get scouted. Xfero actually able to find that kill after all. Petman now, the insert in from behind, able to find that elimination. Xfero dead, the operator. Fairly unrecoverable spot now, especially as it's just Monty left standing. Paranoia going to be sent through the TP up into the smoke, but Javi wise to it.
Xavi too strong,
Pounds him
bro.
down, finds the kill, and Global Esports once again will take the lead.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just tough, man, when you're getting 2 players taken out early, trying to contest B main space. A great push and pull. This early shot from Autumn, absolute banger. And then they kind of bait a little bit there. Like you said, Yudotan's op never revealed, so they go walking into it and pay the price. Needing to re-clear that space to try to get a little bit more map info, and it ends up costing them.
Let me go aim in this. Amen, okay.
Timeout.
How's that timeout? Just curious.
Xavi
Maybe
too
it'll come a
strong, bro.
little bit
Timeout
sooner
आया.
from Jovi, but a little bit later into the equation is. This one's tough, man. I mean, it's, again, I think this composition that Rrq should have more legs on the defender side anyway. But every round is so precious here on this attacker side. You know, if you can get into those post plants, you can get some of that Sage util. You know, have the interceptor there as well. I've been noticing that Xfero's really hanging on to it. He's looking for those moments, you know, where he can use it effectively to counter, you know, when they're trying to make their entry into a site or something like that. So just getting into those positions is going to be the tough part. You're going to have to win some duels. And you don't have nearly as many tools, it feels like, in some ways. You know, when you have the Sova util, the Phoenix flashes, the Paranoia, the relay bolt, that GE can bring to the battle, you almost have to wait them out and find your moments to kind of get some of that util out early. Maybe that's something that could be talked about in that timeout. Have to wait and see.
Well, knives just to be invested here. Not a ton else to go alongside. It's just the one bandit. Everybody else with classics. But a lot of space offered up. Global Esports looking to get proactive around A, but that's being ignored for the moment by Rrq.
Yeah, just another hard read from GE. We saw this against the previous eco. That was where Rrq went. This time around, though, they take the orb and they fan out a little bit. Still going to be Yudotan holding the line. That operator. Xfero still sitting on his ult, too.
Bro.
Maybe get this op out of the equation.
And this has to be like an upgrade. Even it's not. This jump out from Jemkin. Yudotan makes it look casual. Finds the follow-up, and that is damn fast. And weaponry aside, Yudotan is just exactly where he needs to be at every twist and turn. He's looking for an ace. Xfero going to be found, though. Patman will deny it. And it's going to be a flawless response to the timeout.
What the heck?
What a round from Yudotan.
Yeah, he's so good. He's so locked in. This is just exactly what you need. Just went for the jump peek there to Jemkin, and
पहला shot बहुत ज़्यादा यार.
wasn't thinking the op would be there this time. Crazy guy goes swinging into it. Line up for
Too
the
strong,
collab.
bro.
Sees the feet. Easy money.
एक second.
And a golf clap from the coach.
10-6-1. Always a very scary prospect when Yudotan is operating on all cylinders.
Yeah. When he's at his best, he's up there with anybody in Pacific. Xfero looking to make a play off the back of this smoke. They're trying to anticipate, I think, Yudotan's angle that he's going to hold. Instead, they're going to have to check it with a Prowler. They will get the confirm.
And I'd be running the other way.
Yep.
But they're going to try to go for this market split. Want to cut up Boba. The dry swing, no, okay. Paranoia going to be sent through, and Jemkin will be able to find a punish. Yudotan just trying to go for a timing, so ends up being a little over-eager on that. Meanwhile, Autumn, I'm not sure how he's even getting one there on the drop down. Just snap back over to the side. He's not ready for Crazy Guy to scale forward. But that Paranoia didn't hear Rim. Speaking of getting caught, Patman just sprinting forward, and Manyan finds a follow-up.
Display capture.
Patman and Hobby both going to be taken down. Now it's just Crystal in a 1v4.
A really good setup here. Let's see if Crystal can do any more damage.
क्या हुआ देख ही नहीं पाया मैं.
Shock Dart doesn't look like it connected. Really, maybe hit Xfero a little.
Should be dead. Whoa. Okay. This moves a little bit too soon. Should have had him absolutely dead. The right's there, but So at least given an opportunity to back away.
सेव नहीं कर रहा
A
अपन
warning to his friends in the next round.
Any damage you
उनकी
can do
गन्ना
here
कर
would be
रहा है
great as Crystal. Economy's weak.
Huge.
Huge.
Very much is. And yeah, not ready for that angle. Monyet on the swing in will eventually be able to
चलो,
find
यही
the
ले
kill.
गया.
So 3K and the operator to be carried over. This end up still being a little bit more costly, certainly than Rrq would like, but get the round back and they're one away from tying it up.
Yeah, I mean, I think now you're seeing what was maybe talked about in that timeout a little bit, wanting to hold that, use that smoke against Rrq, or excuse me, against GE a little bit early to make sure you had some pressure on the operator, anticipating that it would rotate back to B main, and then you have the paranoia ready to cover his follow-up angle, his secondary line. That's some good prep being done by the coaches and implemented into the players. And then you're able to use that Sage
तो
wall
साइफर
to
के
tee up
ट्रैप से
Monyet
जैसे
with
बी
a
तो देख भी नहीं रहे हैं
little trap play. So that's what you need as Rrq. You need to get those little bits of extra space so you can get some value out of those double sentinels. That's really what you're looking for. Interceptor was out early this time to allow Xfero to try to scale. So going for a little bit of different play. No one's here to clear that drone. Still going to get the tag on him, but just the operator, you would suspect that's the solo player as GE, and nobody really moves other than
अच्छी
Autumn.
स्पेस ले लेगा तो उधर नहीं लेगा अरे यार
Did he see
The
it?
leg. I think he should have.
Bro
Starting to lean in that direction. Meanwhile, Yudotan
अरे
also covering the other side.
माँ
Yeah, Autumn there
कसम
at
bro
tiles is able to find that kill. Cushy only able to trade the one back.
और उसमें तो अलग ही चल रहा है उसका ऑपरेटर तो आज
Rrq,
जनरेटर चालू
player
कर दिया
deficit.
उसने
Yudotan right back onto this B site.
फिर देगा गया
This is
मोनिएट
a little bit
गया
tough. Monyet still has his full kit.
They're pinging this angle. So seemingly suspicious and will smoke this off. Prowler trying to chase forward and they get the confirmation. So suspicion's confirmed, but he's just re-swinging the other
अरे
side.
नहीं
Utilizing that
bro
one way and Cushy dead.
गेम
Immediately the overdrive going to be invested.
क्या फ्लॉलेस राउंड जा रहे हैं
Take the spike, try to TP over to A perhaps.
टाइम ही
It's
है
down on the floor there behind you. Meanwhile the swing and Yudotan still just so damn fast. And now Monyet is having to try. Keep
अरे
himself alive and in the fight.
ऑप उठा ले
Finds one. TP over into the smoke. The shot's
इनके पास
ringing out.
पैसे नहीं लेंगे
Hound him down. He will be able to escape. Grabs the operator.
Save
Makes
round
the
आएगा
best
इनका
out of a terrible situation. That is Global Esports now moving their way up to 6.
अभी नहीं आया
Yeah, I mean, Yudotan, so difficult to deal with. All over the map on this one. Gets the first kill in mid. Here's Autumn finding the free kill on a crazy guy.
उधर गया क्यों
Second
नहीं
one to lock out main, and the third to kill Xfero.
Okay.
Beautiful work.
मिड का बीटी था
Once he got that operator into hand to try to counter Xfero's, it was very, very impactful in a lot of these rounds. Xfero again, throwing the interceptor early.
तो फिर आ गया
They're pretty ready for this.
Goes for the timing shot. They waited out. Playing that wisely, but here's that second layer. No one checking towards Hallie. Crazy guy just wanted to try to grab that orb. Says, okay, guys, I can have a res. Well, now you're going to have it for the final round of the half. As Xfero will be able to flush out the enemy
bro
neon.
you have to click
That's huge.
Critical one found. Gun barrel spotted.
Are you
No,
okay?
but not a fast enough reaction. Javi, quicker on the draw, takes down Jemkin. Gets us right back into a 3v3.
Yeah, another slow start for Jemkin. Usually ends up picking it up, but can kind of go a little quiet in the early parts of some of these matches. Still have the Nightfall.
डुएबल है बे आरआर
Wanna
को
invest
निकालना
it
चाहिए
here.
राउंड मीटी होएगा नहीं तो
Have
फिर
this
बहुत
crunch
इजी
on
हो
the
जाएगा
hobby, but has the cam.
अच्छा राउंड निकल जाएंगे उनके फर्स्ट
At
हाफ में
least use that to buy himself a little bit of time to deal with these players in main. Has the trip there for when they start pushing through.
We have 3-2-1. There's the clear. Smoke now going out. Javi lingering within that. Still has the cam to watch his back at market. So far, Xfero playing this one quietly. Is Nightfall going to be sent towards Boba? Nothing seen. He's going for a plant in the open.
अरे माँ कसम
I mean, I'm quite aware of that, but as the smoke will fall, Cushy.
अरे शॉट में
As the weapon drawn down, is able to find that kill. Puts himself in the mix, and now it's a double approach. Defender side, working their way out of Boba. Curveball, full flash, onto Cushy. Swings out, Autumn. Able to catch a glimpse before that paranoia crashes across. Strikes him down, now back into a 2v2.
आरआर क्यों का राउंड है आरआर क्यों का राउंड है
This plant is all to enable Xfero on this angle. The flash is going to be going in now. It's all down to Xpharaoh. Finds the first, the swing out, gets the follow-up, a 4K for him. Gets Rrq up to 5, a chance to try to make this a 6-6 half.
That would be, I think, pretty good for Rrq. You're going to feel pretty confident if you could get through this as 6-6. This time, it's Xpharow's turn with the operator to do some damage. Gets the trade, gets the follow back onto Yudotan. Was swinging out there too. Yudo had the advantage in that angle. Xpharow just a little bit faster. Nice little play from Autumn, but yeah, like he said, teeing up Xpharow's angle.
Must Maharashtra. Let's
go.
Still feeling pretty good. Still gonna have that Xpharow ult. Might as well just rip it off the start of the round, I'd say.
Hello, goodbye.
There we go, Jemkin.
Trying to get a little aggressive. Unassisted though, and immediately punishes through. This has allowed for Yudotan to get slotted forward in mid. And tucked in behind that box, so I'm not sure how red this is going to go. Do you have any idea? At the moment, it seems like no, but they're also just not really playing into an angle where he could really try to profit from this.
They're anticipating it, though.
Yeah, Monyet's now watching for it, so they know that they've given up some space. Cushy as well, lingering on it. And there is a very clean and swift shutdown. 2 players gone, Smoke's out of the equation. Still have that run it back to contend with, potentially the Neural as well as that Hunter's Fury. Crystal's 1 charge away. They're not playing for orbs at the moment here. Our global esports, it's going to have to be from a kill if at all. Run it back immediately going to be sent out. Just on the late insert in the mid, but Autumn, he's able to find 2, looking for that third. Will finally be denied, but what value to be found? He's given them a real opportunity, but there's that res aforementioned, and Crazy Guy finds the kill. Hobby will get dropped, and 6-6 at the half is going to be locked up.
A very solid app for Rrq. And Xpharow really instrumental with that operator in some of these rounds. Again, getting into the post plant. Once you're there, as Rrq, that's where you're feeling really comfy. But this round, they are very patient. I mean, you can see it from the opening pistol that they were anticipating with the double duelist. GE's going to want to be aggressive on the map. And they were often playing for that.
Halftime.
And yeah, winning that opening pistol into winning a couple rounds there right at the end. Gonna keep things all squared up, and I think as GE, yes, you've got the double duelist comps. You're also looking to maybe do a little more damage on this attacker side, but Yudotan, incredible with the operator. Just so dialed in. Hitting some really nice shots.
That's been a strong performance. Try to get them into the lead here, but Global probably still going to be feeling like they should have been coming out a little bit more on top. 6 rounds collected after dropping that pistol. Still going to be feeling pretty decent for them. But for a while, it was looking like they were going to be able to run this, you know, a 7-5, maybe an 8-4 half. But seems like overall vibes still up here for the squad. Let's see if we can find a pistol in kind, though. Themselves right back into the lead.
For sure. Some Sliggy fans from the Philippines.
Hi, Sliggy.
Hello.
We know you're watching.
Yeah. Can't sleep yet.
No.
Not allowed.
Single
Yeah, I mean, if you're gonna sleep through
duelist
it, you know, some of the Americans games.
Yeah.
Rrq wale
EMEA, those are
उनका
Those are
advantage
fine,
रहेगा
but you know, of course, you got to be open for this.
Yeah. Can't miss this.
Rrq को advantage रहेगा
Yudotan. We're going to try to tee him up with a dart, but nobody had overcommitted from Rrq, so I'm going to get caught by that early trap.
What are you doing?
The veto trip up in
I
top
am
mid,
screaming.
so again, looking to play around that on that pistol round, just like we saw on the attacker side, trying to lure GE in, but GE this time maybe going to be a bit, let's see if they just want to break this. Yeah, they're going to knife it down. So I don't even know, I don't even think there's any awareness here from Rrq.
I mean, they're not in audio range.
Yeah, there's no way.
हाँ हो गया पूरा एरिया ले लिया उन्होंने
Crazy guy. He's playing far enough back, so realizes
पूरा
obviously
retake है बे पूरा retake है
quickly get through this one, but gonna have to call for the
जी
rotation.
का round
Some
निकलना चाहिए
players working their way out
Feeding
through a
them
lobby over
peanuts
towards the attacker spawn.
Peanuts,
Just gonna be
peanuts.
to redirect through tiles to try to get on
It's good
flanks here, but this is Rrq making this a little bit more difficult for themselves than it maybe needed to be.
पूरा retake है
Swing out there, that initial contact. Jemkin going to be tagged to 46. Reveal on a 1, and Hobby barely able to escape, but Patman comes away with 2. Yudotan with 1, putting his life on the line. Monyet able to fire back a little bit more. But he's completely split.
पूरा retake था.
from his teammate here in Crazy Guy.
End हो गया.
Swing in the corner, Javi has him dead. Maniac
Yeah.
will fall, and the pistol is Global
ND.
Esports.
Yeah, just
अरे नहीं.
it's tough
बाहर का नहीं
when,
खाता अब.
again, you kind of set up for that trap play and the opponent doesn't
अब
fall
हम
for
बाहर
it,
का
so
नहीं
you gotta
खाते
go for
हैं.
plan B, which is
अब हम
getting some aggression on the flanks, but they made a ton of noise coming through there. I can hear
बाहर
the
का नहीं
footsteps.
खाते.
And so the players definitely can too. They're just so ready for that. Nicely timed smoke there to make sure that haunt can't be followed up on easily.
Round boys.
Huge pistol round win for Global Esports.
Wolverine भैया. Saturday
Give
को
them a
आपका काम
good
कर रहे हो
shout.
अभी.
Couple ghosts being bought into this one, so this is looking like they're going to try to get into a big bonus.
अबे क्या?
A little lighter on the weaponry, but
थोड़ी गलत हो रही है
be
भाई.
safe. They can make it clean.
अरे
Which
फिर
they should be able to do,
तुम
especially
retake
with that
होगा.
kill going in. And the
हेलो
bonus
ये तो
could
अलग नहीं
be
रुक रहा है. इसका
monstrous
तो
for
अलग
them.
चल रहा है generator.
So quick rotations coming through from Rrq, but with just classics in hand, what are you really meant to do? Yuditon gonna be looking for a little bit more. Second shot.
हाँ
Will be
भाई
able to
उसका
connect
अलग ही
one, yet
चालू
now
हो
gonna
गया
be struck
generator.
down.
गरम हो गया वो पूरा.
That has them second guessing.
एक
Cushy,
नंबर खेल रहा है यार.
far enough forward, will eventually fall, and Patman
क्या
out in the mid
easy
will
जा
be able to
रहे
clear
हैं.
the other, so flawless. Even with the ghosts in hand. Very good stuff
Corporate
here from Global
कहाँ पे?
Esports. Are now up by 2 and in pole position to try to get a conversion.
Yeah, I mean, this should be a fearsome bonus. Yeah, you can see it's all rifles because they only took a Marshall and 2
इनको
pistols.
advantage हो गए थे ना यार.
You're able to bank up a
Double
bunch
door
of
is
extra
fine.
money.
पर इनको यार है बढ़िया है.
They make it work very
कानपुर
nicely.
में अरे
Good stuff
हाँ
from
मतलब
Pat.
कहाँ पे?
Clean, clean.
Yeah, perfect.
अच्छा,
Yeah,
खुद
no
की
doubt.
practice ही कर
That's
रहे हो क्या?
exactly how you draw it up right there. Everybody in the right positions doing their
बस
jobs.
करता हूँ भाई अभी.
Rrq, look at this 4-1 split. They're going to throw the interceptor at the front of B. The trip up in mid. The cross cut here in Boba. But I mean,
Woman
Xvero
पकड़ाएगा?
is very concerned there early.
Very alone.
Woman पकड़ाएगा क्या? पकड़ाएगा.
Meanwhile, Patman up and over the top will be taken down.
मिल
Chemkin
गया.
on that swing, able to find it. The heel immediately getting pushed forward.
Gonna wall that off. It's a pretty good read from Rrq. See what they want to do off the back of this though. Ooh.
Fight tech labs prime है. अरे वाह
Timing just couldn't
यार.
be found there from Prx
बढ़िया
Vs. Red's
बढ़िया.
on it. Chucked out some of that EU
Shot.
tilt. Avi able to find the one, plenty of noise being
ये
made
आगे का
here.
फिर game है क्या पूरा?
Right from behind the paranoia, not the
अरे
connect. He will
भाई,
connect on the
पूरा-
Chemkin's skull though. Kill going to be found Crystal as well, filling his space in market.
बहुत
Clean
impact
tap
create
takes out
करता है
Crazy
भाई.
Guy. Now
बहुत.
it is Moniet and Cushy. A
Zabi
2v2
बहुत
for
impact
the
create करता
anti-bonus. So that C's had connected so that they're going to be decayed down, but the kill just cannot be found. And now the drone right into Moniet's face. Trying to make this nigh impossible for him. The double approach, the shotgun at his feet, the swing to his demise.
Anti
Crystal
bro.
finds another one as Global Esports convert the bonus and are now up by 3.
मेरे को RRQ के मरने पे बुरा भी लग रहा है पर
This is exactly what you
चारों
want as
GB
Global
जीते.
Esports.
हाँ
So the
एक ले
plan
जाना
here,
था यार. अच्छी
More
तरह.
platoon coming to fruition. Looked a little shaky there, but Javi, realized
Javi?
he was in a really bad
उसका
spot.
नाम XABI
Went for the big
है.
play.
Javi है वो.
Said, ah, to heck with it. It's the bonus. Gets a
यार
2K
ये
crystal
कैसा
shot.
हो है? Zabi. Zabi फिर भी थोड़ा ठीक है ना?
Fired up.
Javi.
No doubt. They should be. That's a massive
Alright.
round. Should get you up to double digits.
Yeah, it feels like right now Rrq, they need this strip data if they can't find that. That might just be the map going away. Global Esports, strong position to hit the double digits. Crazy Guy looking to try to shut down
Nice,
this
very
approach, but as they get ready to strike on to B, we'll have a listen in. The Global Esports.
भाई मस्त करी मस्त खेल रहे हैं वो लोग. RRQ वाले बढ़िया खेल रहे हैं. नहीं sorry G वाले.
They push A already, guys.
Drone after, drone after.
तो लोग read उनका जा ही नहीं रहा proper read ही नहीं जा रहा उनका.
Carry door, okay? Carry door.
No behind wall, no behind wall.
Comms, guys, comms.
Could be in smoke, I don't check smoke.
Okay, I'm gonna check smoke. I cage first.
एक नंबर. उनका read ही नहीं जा रहा भाई.
Clean tag. I mean, Crazy Guy dead before the wall can even bloom. Solid opening kill to be found. 4v5 to try to get this Thrifty over the line. Quick little reposition. Paranoia is going to be going out. Chemkin will the hound down on him. Finds him with that bandit, but can't recover the weapon. Patman quickly trades it back. Unitunnel, what is
अरे
that?
क्या मार रहा
Fade
है
away,
भाई
wallbang
ये?
headshot through the corner onto Cushy to clean up overall.
एक नंबर.
Damn swift. Round damn clean. Global now up to double digits, and Rrq looking like they're going to call an immediate timeout ahead of this bye.
Yeah, for sure, you need to. I mean, this is really interesting that we got to listen to those comms there, because you heard kind of how they're understanding the map. They know very well that they've given up that A main space. It's likely being pushed. They might have had confirmation on some of the side util. Eventually the cam got cleared in mid. I did see that, but even before that, they were pretty well aware. And then they're, making sure they're clearing every angle. They've already learned their lesson from that round when Rrq is on the attacker side, when they're going to hide a player behind the wall. Immediately you hear Crystal saying, hey, my drone is going to check that, but I can't check the smoke. Can someone do that? Bobby's like, yeah, I'll smoke off Boba, and then, let's do that. And they've got the recon there to clear backside too, so that was really efficient. And good comms, good coordination from the side of Global Esports.
What in the hell?
What is that?
That is
Is that Kirby as
Peter Griffin?
As Peter Griffin?
अरे यार मेरे को तो दूसरा गेम देखना PRX का भाई. बाकी सब तो ठीक है.
I'm so confused. There must be something I'm missing here.
Yeah. My brain's temptation to try to do an impression, but I don't know what's going to come out. I've never done a Peter Griffin.
Well, you're from the Northeast, right? You can maybe...
What?
You're from, Jersey.
Yeah, but he doesn't sound like that.
Well, no, but, I mean, if anyone was going to have an impression, you'd be better off than me. I'm from the Midwest. We talk like this there, eh?
That's true.
Mid छोड़ दिया उन्होंने पूरा देखो टाइम आउट के बाद mid पूरा छोड़ दिया उन्होंने.
Try to turn this one around. Of course, worth remembering that this is their map pick, and Global Esports are electing to take us to Summit.
Side भी push नहीं कर रहे
Been floated as a final map a couple of times, and it's the first time here in Pacific that we're seeing somebody just saying, you know what, this is where we want to go.
Yeah.
Curveball not going to be connecting on the Gemkin, so it does have sight line. And Vision cleans up that running back immediately. Meanwhile, Patman driving over towards Market, but Repeat and Hobby Uniton both going to be dead, as Crystal is able to find Xparrow, but needs a hell of a lot more than that. Nor going to be sent, but Patman caught trying to scale forward, and it looks like the call here from Rrq ends up working a treat.
Enemy marked.
They just reinforce this B side.
वो heal कर लेगा.
Hit the spot on a crazy guy, but I mean.
Did you buy the
Mac
Mini? नहीं क्यों?
Armor though. And in 25 seconds can just heal himself back up. So all for not effectively for Crystal and just trying to stay alive. Doesn't need to worry about keeping the gun too much.
और यार ये आपकी chat English में क्यों आ रही है? रुको.
Go on a bit of an exploration.
अरे ये मेरे को बताओ पहले इसको मैं हिंदी में कैसे करूँ?
Crystal is so far managed to dodge Monyet. Might actually.
Monyet's checking back at this angle though.
हाँ लैपटॉप से तो कर रहा हूँ.
There's the smoke on the setup. There's the leg spot. Crystal, no real chance to try to get
English में आ रही है भाई आपकी chat मेरे को.
Paranoia not going to connect though. He has to fight back.
सभी English में आ रही है मतलब.
Pitch is coming through. Crystal just going to be locked in position. And Widely is just left to go ahead and survive the round. So can't take the weapon out of his hands. Will be able to retain that. Even if they do, plenty of money available to Global Esports at this point. Rrq, they can manage to find overall a clean round win.
Well, that's a really big round for Rrq. Not just, you invest the timeout, but now you're going to keep both players alive with guns in hand. So that means you're going to be able to bank up a little bit of an economy for yourself. Crystal used the Hunter's Fury, but it's a little bit too late. Cushy, a great timing on that swing right as his opponent is jumping up, so he's able to just completely nullify Patman there. Don't give him any hope. Slow orb early. Now, of course, I think as Rrq, you know that after finally thwarting that B hit, they're going to try the A. Pressure, at least.
Read. अरे नहीं ये कहाँ जा रहे हो? Mid heavy.
Instead, we'll just be leaving Monyet trying to play around these cycled one-ways. Quickly can get over the cage there. And hear that exit through it. So know that there's going to be somebody on the alley side.
अंग्रेजी पढ़ लिया अगर मैंने.
Thrown over the top. Crazy guy with a spot. Jemkin trying to find his moment to go for this peek. Is Patman on the peek out? Will be able to find Crazy guy, but Jemkin is there. It's now going to be taken down. Big ping reveals out onto these players, but just no way to capitalize. Cannot get them surrounded fast enough. Been able to find yet another scale made. Get backside, tailwind to expire, and I don't think they really register. The way forward onto the site. Oh,
now he knows.
Hello. Bad news.
Here.
Tucked it in the back of Boniette, puts him at 16.
Spotted him.
The rough position now desperately needs some assistance here. It's Patman trying to chase him down. Shorty forward into the smoke. Jim can eventually able to find it. Boniette will come out on top. That became squeaky bum time. But Rrq still managed to get the round win.
The language
Yeah, it seems like they've got some
live.
good reactive protocols now. You know, kind of quickly responding to the pressure that GE's trying to create. I mean, GE goes for a huge util dump, doesn't find anybody. But because of that, that gives the information over. Then you got Cushy Jemkin slotting in to thwart the hit. That's a really good read.
अच्छा वो रुको मैं यहाँ से आगे करता
Now
हूँ
they're having fun
रुको
too.
रुको मैं इसके बात करता हूँ
Only a Guardian for Javi,
इस गेम के बाद
Patman
करता
just a
हूँ
Sheriff. So the buy getting a little bit scuffed to make sure they still have one more in the tank in the next round. Do have the overdrive for Yudotan. I'd love to see him just drop that over to Pat or something and make a play for it eventually.
Hey,
He's way on the other side of the map.
Oh my God!
Whoa!
भाई साहब
Well,
साला पहले स्पैम में
That's
पकड़ा
some
गया
game
वो
sense.
उसके किस्मत खराब थी
wow.
अरे
See that? Okay, good honest
भाई
kill from
क्या
Jemkin.
tit for tat चल रहा है यार
Crystal
भाई
and Xferro able to find some just wild ones. As this time it's
फाइट
crazy
तो
guy
हुई
catching
नहीं
the
किसी
stray.
की
Player advantage. Maintain. Here's Boniette on the push. Able to find
nice
Autumn. The
trade.
trade back is going to be good now. The trade up.
yeah.
Back into a 2v2. Taking them low. The Prowler to chase out Crystal. I mean, it's a K down to 1 HP here for a moment. But they just haven't cleared that corner. And Cushy is now the one at risk as Patman just wraps in the back sight.
पैडी ने गेम निकाल दिया पूरा
Just shouldn't have come down to this. Just gets a little messy for Rrq. Jemkin
अरे
used the blades in
फेस
the
कैम
last
रुका है
round.
क्या
Sure, not
Chal
taking
raha
in the
hai
right
na?
direction. Jemkin, he's gonna have to be fast, and he is. Wow. I need to see that one back in the replay.
छोट भाई
Crystal though, the silent scale will be able to catch him and okay.
अरे भाई
Saved.
साहब
Saved in the end.
अरे क्या दिया यार उसने स्मोक से निकल के भाई
God.
I mean, it's like
बाप रे
I'm watching players play hot potato right now. The potato is the win.
अरे
It's the round secured. And then,
I don't want it. You take it. You take it.
Back and forth.
That is
But it was
one of the
short
most
because-
bizarre rounds. I mean,
You know what the funniest thing that Platoon could do right now in the replay?
अबे वो
Is
दिखाया ही
yell
नहीं
to
यार
the
उसका यार
audience,
ऑफ वाला
how do I
है
tell them to stop throwing?
I would love that if he did that. He would get some bonus points in my book. That was just bizarre, man. There multiple kills through smokes, just absolutely wild. They've been trying to use this wall to condition a response out of Rrq, but actually Rrq often doesn't really make
yeah
much out
TP
of this
TP
crosscut here. So even though Xferro probably going to get seen by this drone, has an escape valve.
TP
Should
होगा ना
be relatively okay, I would think. Let's see if he tries to swing off of this, though. Could go for a box spam. Yep, gotta get out.
Yeah, quick
yeah.
cross cut out. Let's keep up that forward space. Maul in the back of sight. Yudotan looking for the check. Meanwhile, it's going to be a TP in deep for Patman.
full retake bro
Tucked behind the box now as Plant can come through. And that's going to be right back available to Autumn. Patman looking for a timing and he
नहीं
finds it.
गया
Pharaoh
मैच पॉइंट आ गया उनका
gets situated with util in hand. Ends up getting caught. Mania to clear out
yeah.
Autumn's ult, but Javi takes his life.
जी
Clean tap, but still player
जी
disadvantage.
देखिए first
On the
game
corner of the overdrive now going to be invested.
Oh,
Cushy
yeah.
fight back for a little bit more. Jemkin with that operator again.
एक
Has to do
second, एक
so
second.
much here. Finds it. Now it's forward.
अरे
Yet
क्या
again,
मार
it is
देगा
Jemkin.
भाई
Tagged. A 1v1 versus Crystal. Shots out. Crystal once
एंटी
again
वे वो टाइमिंग इशू था ना यार स्पाइक का
has his number as Global Esports will move this up to map point.
एक सेकंड
That looks so weird with the op shot into the forward tailwind.
क्या सॉल्यूशन है
Unbelievable, but I mean, just the protocols here for Rrq, they're just a little bit behind the curve. And again, having Xferro turn away the moment that Patman pops out of that smoke.
एंटी वे
They're not anticipating it.
Oh my.
Now you've got a really odd buy for this map point. Stinger for Jemkin, but he does have the blades.
Spectre for Crazy Guy, who's had this res for God knows how long. He just hasn't been able to survive through the start of these rounds. A little bit of a friendly blind out there, but Jemkin looking like he wanted to go out of timing, but it's just a quick check. Make sure no one's tucked away on that right-hand side. Backs off.
Go
Four
idea.
knives to try to play with.
Let's see if this pivot is quick enough, but Rrq just deciding that they probably left B.
Gonna be
Start taking some space of our own. Patman trying to sell a base, and he's pulling a bunch of players over.
मैं समझ गया, आप ये
He's
कहना
got
चाह रहे
himself
हो
to
कि मैं
sight.
वैल्यू देख रहा हूँ. इसका एंटी चीट बहुत स्ट्रांग है.
Slow orb out with Patman there at backside, so Crazy Guy
मतलब बहुत
again
ज़्यादा
to
strong
fall. That res not to be seen.
आ जाते हैं, इसमें भी हैकर्स आते हैं, पर
4v5, they're trying to get this one over the
Strong
line. The plan
है
going to be
इसका.
handed over to Crystal as well as the Hunter's Fury is now going to be
अपन
online.
रिपोर्ट करो, वो प्रॉपर
He's
देखते हैं यार,
immediately
उसमें
gonna
होता
look to
है.
slip his way back out through alley, get
इसमें
onto
तो
the position
गाली
where
वाली
he can
वाला
utilize
एंटी कॉम्स
this.
वगैरह ये सब
Smoke
भी
be
है
sent
इसमें,
forward.
जो भी रहता है ना वो
Jemkin trying to lead the
अब्यूजर है
charge, but there's the
सबका.
Hunter's Fury going to be
ये
used
तो है
aggressively.
अच्छा इसका.
Jemkin with one though. Autumn taken down. Udaton eliminated. Jemkin looking for a little bit more. The follow-up is not quite connecting with Kushi with that Vandal will. Now
We
a
are
3v2.
going-
Crystal boxed in. The smoke to fall again to win the fight. Patman trying to go for the backstab. But
Still hope
they
for overtime.
persevere. Hold on by a thread.
पर
3 more to go to
इसका
try
है,
to take this into
इसका
overtime.
स्ट्रांग है.
This is a cool round from Global Esports. You know, they're pivoting over. They leave Patman over at B. He
मैं
throws a
कहाँ
paranoia,
hacker यार.
and literally all of RRQ just turns and heads to B,
खेल
including
रहा था
Crazy
मैं
Guy
कल
who's
कल
over on
BGMI
A.
खेल रहा था मैं.
And then Crazy Guy's like, wait a second. And then he walks right into
खेल
that
रहा था
gun
मैं
barrel. But the retake here because of
सही
Jemkin's
है.
blades and Cushy sharp shooting. Able to
अभी
get
वो
through
नया
there. A nice
मोड आया
paranoia
है.
from Monyet as well to tee up Cushy. So Monyet having a really nice round.
Nice one, guys.
They keep themselves alive.
That would have to be an effective thrifty to try to bring this map to its end.
Here.
एक सेकंड
Rifles,
रुको.
Hero Vandal, and a Guardian.
इस बार मिड जा रहे हैं
for
बहुत राउंड बाद. कोई भी टीम
Now let's
मतलब
check around mid. We'll get the spot onto one. So Monyet just try to hang out
no
on this
more,
angle.
everything is over. What
Down
happened?
the approach to market. Meanwhile, Jemkin.
सब क्यों over हो गया?
Barrel not quite spotted, I don't think. Maybe you'd seen it, but there's the swing either way. The shots end up
Okay.
going wide, but Autumn unable to find
इनका
any
save
damage
round है.
response.
ये निकाल ये तो
Look at how quick he is to pivot,
obvious है कि
though.
यार निकालने ही रहेगा
Towards
हर
the
रन
gap
को.
in the setup for
अगला बाय
RRQ.
आएगा ना उनका.
Make sure he plugs that up with the outlaw. Crystal
भाई ये
looking.
अफोर्ड
Many
इसे
players
अफोर्ड
been
किया तो
boosted.
लास्ट ही राउंड उनके लिए.
Knifes the wall. That is going to be.
अरे यार भैया रुको ना
Seen and heard.
यार ये हो जाए यार मैच हो जाए फिर करूंगा मेरे को.
Oh,
होने
Jemkin
वाले
still
ना
trying to
खत्म.
scale, but now running out of bullets.
मेरे को
Exit
चैट पढ़ने
back
मजा ही नहीं
over.
आ रहा बिल्कुल भी.
Backside Crazy Guy. Try to hold this door. He's been ping revealed. Still getting spotted out though. Now fully flashed up
अरे
and using the
क्या?
sheriff in hand.
अरे?
Able to find the one Autumn. Cleans up Cushy. Jemkin dead.
भाई ये-
Money and gone and Autumn runs him down. The one Vandal, good enough.
वो सेव
Global
राउंड निकाल
Esports.
गए भाई.
Pulling off the thrifty to close out the map.
And they looked really good here to Global Esports. Saw some good macro ideas, whereas RRQ felt like they were relying so much on that Sentinel util, and it just didn't find the value they needed. Good stuff from Udotan. Patman had a really solid map. Autumn 2 there at the end. Huge round.
Certainly still some instability throughout, but yeah, Udotan I think going to be walking away feeling pretty damn good about that performance. And now we get to see what Global Esports has prepared, what they have up their sleeve on Summit. We've had a couple different flavors on that map so far, to say the least, especially with KRX still running triple duelist. But let's go ahead and send things down to Jet.
Here with Coach Platoon of Global Esports. First off, roles look different.
हाँ
compared
यार
to
अब बताओ ये
WC.
कहाँ से करूँ मैं?
Yeah, we've been experimenting a little bit. Like I said on the desk up there, we're really trying to help everybody find their identity this stage, and hopefully that'll carry us all the way.
Also, we see a lot of teams kind of playing it really slow and opting against you. What would
I
your
don't know
solutions
these.
for that?
I think we just need to be composed and patient as they are, and then once the time's low, they got nothing to do.
Lastly, I just saw you high-fiving yourself in the coaching booth. How's it down there by yourself?
It's good. It's comfortable. in person I'm there alone, but I hear all my boys in the comms, so it doesn't feel like I'm alone.
Thank you, and let me lend you a hand.
Well, hopefully Platoon gets some company there soon, because just a self-high five is kind of sad for this kind of gameplay, because this win was actually pretty smart from GE.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like they did the job very, very well here. I think especially their first half. It's a simple game plan, executed very well. I think they understood their strengths. They didn't play anything crazy. This is the meta Neon Phoenix right now. I think they just adapted this in a very straightforward way and let their players do the talking in the server. Rrq, on the other hand, I didn't really love how they were bringing this out. It felt like they were the ones trying to be creative, but they couldn't hang on with what the meta is and why the meta is so good.
Yeah, I felt like for GE, they might have learned some lessons, honestly, from EWC. They played against all gamers over there who played a very slow kind of attack side off against them and punished them a lot, which is something that we can see here. Rrq does like to do. I look at the comp that they're playing, and I can see what they're going for, you know, especially after the Yoru meta, where it was very strong to kind of look for picks and TPR. I can see what the Vito and the Jet are designed to do on attack side, looking for picks. I'm surprised they're using chain for a lot, so
automatically
on the defense, really trying to slow down by looking for picks, and then they have the Sage to, as well as the Vito to be able to slow things down. It's really just kind of in the execution that I'm left scratching my head, and I felt like the same thing happened to Rrq over at EWC as well. In their game against 100 Thieves, I felt like Vora was calling circles around them, and they were really, really good at playing around the Sage util. It wasn't getting value, and it didn't get value here either, unfortunately.
That's exactly it for me. I don't think the comp is terrible. I like what they're trying to do in this meta, is have a lot of stopping power, but I think they brutally misplayed it. We see that Sage wall go up at the start of every round. We see them gift space to a double duelist comp, which will take that with glee, and then they're able to have so much space to exec on you from. I think they have to go back to the drawing board here if they want to run this style, because GE understood it, they abused the gaps that were being left, and they just looked very confident.
What would you do differently, though? Like, we saw them playing retake a lot, you know?
Yeah, I mean, I think if you want to play retake, you have to save your Sage wall. I think if you don't want to play for retake, which I don't think you necessarily should, I want to see you a bit more forward in the chokes. I want to see you poke the mains. You want to bait out that util from the double duelist, but GE just got so much for free here.
I kind of wonder what the vision was, especially for Crazy Guy, putting up that wall so early, right? Like, what was he trying to get at? Because GE, it just kept happening over and over again, and GE, this is just too easy for them.
Well, I think at the end of the day, you could see, you know, the Sage in the past is something that diverts the flow of traffic a little bit, but when the other team plays Sage, GE plays Sage. 100 Thieves are a team that understands Sage and play Sage. They understand how to play around the wall. They're teams that are of this level, that have good calling structure and understand what the agent does, are very good at playing around it.
And Javi plays a lot of Sage as well, and he did phenomenally in this map.
Yeah, we heard it from Platoon. He said Javi will be the guy for us in stage 2. And I think, you know, he had this round 4, I think was phenomenal from him, that 4K. And I think he did his job so well on the defender side here. It's not just the kills he's able to get, it's the fact that he's left on an island a lot in their defensive strategy. You see that aggression on the other side, so he has to be smart on when does he give up space for the retake, when does he stand his ground and fight. I thought he did an excellent job in a tough position there.
I've said it time and time again, Javi coming up through tier 2 and even in kickoff has been a fantastic player mechanically, quite honestly, and he doesn't get to show that when the games get close and the pressure is high, because you get the brain drain of being the IGL and your personal performance takes a dip. So seeing him play something like a Sentinel role, he can frag, man. He can definitely frag.
Definitely we saw that in this first map. I'm curious though, because we're talking about like the frags, right? And we saw a lot of operator frags as well in that map.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's something I touched on already, but this is very, very much par for the course with Rrq playing that Vito as a Sentinel. You are going to see them up on the attacking side, but as I said before, GE just had to play against a team that played very slow attack side operator on this map against them, and they were getting punished a lot, and I felt like they learned a lot of those lessons. You saw GE pull out the operator. Unitan had a couple of rounds as well, and although Rrq got a lot of op kills, and Xpero brought in half the rounds on the attacking side, you almost never see that from any team, let alone for opping on the Vito. Unfortunately, it did not convert to a win for them.
Yeah, I mean, I get the idea. I get where it's coming from. I do think it's strong here. Yudatan did a great job with it being aggressive on those deep lines. And Xpero, I like the idea once more if you want to be able to stay alive and you want to shut down the aggression of that double duelist, but he couldn't quite make it work in the same way. Here we have a look at Javi's stats here from kickoff and stage 1, but just take a look at those agents. You see how complex his role was for this team.
I wanted to point it out because when you think about Javi coming into global esports in kickoff, you think about him playing Astra on Abyss and Astra on some of these maps and just going ballistic. He had some really good fragging performances, and that is more of a Sentinel-esque role. Holding a site with Astra on the defense is something that is well within the wheelhouse of someone that can pull out something like a Cypher. But in that edition of GE we just saw, he was flexing all over the place. He was playing in it. He wasn't able to necessarily show his individual form in a comfortable role like that is very Sentinel-esque. So it's good to see him go back to his skill set a little bit there on Sunset, and I think it definitely helped GE win that game.
No, he's definitely good for the clutch. I mean, we've seen it time and time again. When push comes to shove, he's able to actually do that. We're going into Summit next, and this is going to be really interesting. I'm so happy, by the way, that this is the 3rd time, 3 days in a row, we've gotten Summit. Am I right?
Yeah, Pacific, we're embracing the new map here.
Absolutely.
I love to see it. I love that these teams aren't afraid. With small amounts of prep time, you see them put in the work because being able to play this map is massive. GE are the first team that we've seen that are picking this map, that are forcing it to happen in the map veto. So I'm very interested in what direction they're taking on this map and how comfortable they'll be.
I love that at the start of the season as well, because you're already conditioning the rest of the teams that play against you, especially the teams that are scared to pick a Summit or something like that, to potentially first ban it against you, and then the veto's wide open as we go deeper into the season.
Yeah, they're like, let's get it out of the way. Let's just put it on the table already, and let's see what all of the cards that everybody has in their hands, right? I think it's very, very exciting. Of course, this is going to be the first time that both of these teams are playing, so I'm really interested to see what they have in store. And for Rrq, of course, they want to be able to make that comeback because that was very, very frustrating for them. I'm curious to see what Coach Jovi has to say, so let's send it to the stage with Jen.
It's okay. Today we will chat in English.
We've got Coach Jovi of Rrq on standby. Jovi, the team looked a little bit underwater on that first map. What wasn't clicking?
Wolverine bhaiya?
Nerves. We were nervous going.
We will talk in English, but it will not
micro
enjoy.
interactions. We were just nervous and not really
committing
as much as we should be. And we were in good positions. We just failed in the small details.
The little mini fights. You have veto on the operator, so talk to us about that. Identity you guys have.
Yeah, it's just something different. We feel like the veto can give us some support on both attack and defense. The TPs are kind of nice. So, and Xero loves the op, so give it to him.
Lastly, I know I can count on you. What are you guys playing on Summit?
Playback speed. Chat.
We're not playing veto, so don't worry.
Okay, alright, no veto.
यार
no
सब
Sage?
देख लिया bro. अरे हाँ ना यार वही तो.
Alright, thank you so much. Good luck.
Wolverine भैया सारी settings खोद दिए मैंने.
I'm actually impressed that we got some kind of answer from Jovi there, right? But nerves? Come on, guys. You guys are Rrq. You guys have already won a trophy on the stage. Come on, it can't be nerves at this point.
Now's not the time for nerves as we head towards Summit. Global esports are cooking on this map. Double initiator. Gecko with the tail. Raze there as the duelist, bringing out a veto as the sentinel. This is like you've rolled a dice for this composition. This is not something we would ever normally see. So I'm curious how this will play out on the map.
There's a lot of off-meta agents in one comp. We have seen FPX, I believe it is, playing a little bit of Teo Raze. I don't mind how it fits into this map. On the side of Rrq, though, the player I want to highlight here is Cushy on that Phoenix. He actually had a big game in one of the recent qualifiers online, throwing himself over onto that secondary duelist and playing a little bit of Phoenix. It is within his wheelhouse as of late, and I want to see him kind of transition that into a big game here.
Oh boy, we have a new duelist in town, and it's gonna be Cushy. Achilles, Paper Thin, what do you guys think about this one?
I think it's a little bit crazy, but in practice, we have to see there is nothing to do but to sit back and watch how these comps are going to play, how Cushy's going to be looking on this Phoenix. Wait a little bit in the quals, yes, so some insight into that, but Gecko is back in.
That is
you search comfortably and leaving I'm done with
genuinely can't remember the last time I casted Gecko in a match.
I feel like it would have been like
2024.
Okay.
Something like that, and like
ऐसा कर लो.
Paper X on bind is what my
नहीं,
brain
बढ़िया.
is saying. Like something when he was playing it and offing with it.
Yeah. But
there's probably been something in between then and now, but
yeah,
it's not coming to mind.
No, I can't remember. The real tragedy is, we get Patman Gecko before we get Forsaken Gecko. But maybe we'll get it in the next match.
Yeah, there's always next series.
I mean, I feel like this is kind of an interesting comp. You have so much ability to clear corners, clear angles. There's a lot of tight corners, so I guess the theory here is you can actually relay the Gecko util really nicely.
How come we are meeting at BGMI at 10?
50s. Jemkin gets a little tagged up there. Oh boy.
He is scaling so aggressively. Will get sat down. Hobby, however, going to be on that trade. Cushy looking for that timing. The collecting kill on the Crystal, but just managed to slide back around the corner just fast enough. Has that spike in hand, so needs to retain it. Meanwhile, Patman down. Cushy able to find one, but trade is going to be there. So 3v3 to see who's going to settle this pistol. And it's a full approach now onto the A site. Tuck into the corner for Prx
Camera
taken out. Quick little spot on that camera.
अरे ये कौन सी छोटी सी दीवार थी?
Checking a little bit wider onto the angle. Xpero starting to get a bit antsy, and this is where things can fall apart, but it's a clean
Shot.
tap. Yutathan down. Swinging in, looking for a little bit more, and Crystal will be able to slice him, but the rest of Rrq come to the rescue. Get the cleanup, and then get another pistol.
Yeah, get the first pistol win again. And I think this is a really good start for Rrq. I'm very curious to see where teams' sort of vibe is on this map. Whoops. That nailed Jemkin, did that flash. I was thinking, cushy there, bud. Just kind of did Jemkin dirty. But it's all's well that ends well. You're fine with that. You get the win. But
that's how we do the pistol, boys. Play together, yeah?
The big question I have actually is, how do teams align on, is this a defender-sided map? Is this attacker-sided? May, in an interview yesterday, said he feels like this is actually a little more attacker-sided, but with Rrq picking defenders, they clearly have a different idea potentially.
Sure. I mean, but that's also why, KRX decided to play triple duelists, because it's like, well, if we're just attacking from both sides of the map and it's attacker-sided,
that's right.
Then we just get the win.
Yeah, we're just always playing execute. Yeah. That's the termy way.
One of the things is discussing with a lot of players has basically been like, if you are playing the defender side, you kind of have to fight forward.
Right.
Going for that triple duelist does allow you to do that. Don't have a ton of util to go alongside it, but they were able to find that win. But Rrq, a little bit more standard, let's say, as Jemkin, second peak, second kill, Patman down.
There.
As a crazy guy, Sheriff a couple decent targets to try to sit down with his gun. Sees holding them back for now. The decay to expire. Swings coming through, and this is all to play in. Xpero will have the triple spray down. So, overall, very clean. That Sheriff going to be collected as well, and it's a 2-0 start for Rrq.
Yeah, and you're really getting yourself into some pretty quick ult cycles, which is exactly what you're going to do. Is Rrq with this composition, with the Phoenix there. I mean, of course, the other side of the coin, Global Esports as well has some really fast ult cycles. With the Gecko, with the Vito. What is that on yet?
Man's
the cleanest.
He's vibing, and it needs to be.
Hey, he's always, trying to have a good time. I'll give him that. He can crash out a little bit, but he's got the whimsy, that's for sure. You can see that. I think GE also starting to recognize what you're just talking about, Achilleos, that gotta watch out. Ooh, he saw the elbow.
Yutathan down. Significantly slower start here for Yutathan on this raise. For Global overall, we're hoping that this map, this decision to try to run this comp doesn't end up being a bit of a reality check for them. But it's a very good start to try to get a bonus converted. Jemkin just pulling back, takes a deeper position, still leaning on that A side of the map. Trip here at the connector to B. Try to slow down the approach, but just the two players to try to hold the line here. Crazy guy, only with a Marshall. Meanwhile, though, Cushy. Oh, this intercept. Trying to get in on top of him, but the spike's going through. Patman going to be tagged at 41, but still alive. Crazy guy, however, that Sheriff carried over from the previous is able to find another kill. Patman worked even lower. Now down the 9. The swing out. Jemkin has him dead. The spike on the floor, and now it's just Crystal.
Jemkin, bro.
A 1v3 to prevent the bonus conversion. I don't think he's going to have it. Spawned with one, but his position known at the time is just going to be gone. The spike still out in the open.
10 seconds left.
Just trying to stay tucked away, but Xpharaoh, he wants that weapon upgrade. He's not going to be able to find it. Not for free, at least. He'll lose his life, and the gun will be carried over, but Rrq off to a roaring start.
Good start for Rrq, I think, through GE for a loop. They were anticipating some kind of mid-pressure, but it's just kind of far.
It's a good start.
You've got that operator in play. You're just going to hold the line as Rrq there. Playing pretty passive. Immediate timeout here. I think Platoon has got to get them in the right headspace for how he's seeing Rrq play this comp, which is, you know, they're contesting the mains in the mid, but they're not like over-aggressing. They're not constantly kind of try to push space like you saw in kind of the latter half of what KRX was doing against DFM yesterday, where once they got a feel for the way they were playing, they started to push those mains really aggressively and get those big flanks. You know, even though DFM was finding the open site, more times than not, they were still creating an ability to get into those retakes quickly. Whereas in Rrq's case, so far from what we've seen, they got aggressive in the pistol at A main, but other than that, they've been pretty chill, relying on those snipers to get that early advantage and then just holding some good angles.
That's sick.
That's awesome. Big Yudotan fans.
That's the next wave. 10 years from now. We'll be up here. Well, I'll be up here. You'll be.
Yeah, Genji's Arnold is already scouting them, I heard. Yeah.
Yeah, we'll have a wreath up here for you.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
In memory.
Can you, like, yeah. What do you want to put on my tombstone?
I can't say.
दो पकड़ाएंगे दो एक दिन यार और दो
We're gonna get ready to listen to the Global Esports comms because I've got nothing nice to say at this moment. As they try to pull off a thrift, they still have that hero Vandal in the hands of Yudotan. Let's see if they can put it to use as they get ready to exec onto the B site.
कमिट करेंगे नहीं रोटेट करेंगे
Just play the run.
Can we just reheat it after?
Wait, can we poke push it?
Guys, they drone.
You're gonna reswing this. Sav, I think you just drone to make them go. Ready?
To where?
Just poke it, drone, go.
They retake it.
Can we fight?
शॉट बे
Guys, you should
प्लीज कुछ करना था ना उधर पूरा लाइन थे
Trying to call for the crunch, but it's still a ways away, working their way through mid.
कुछ कर सकता था क्रिस्टल वहां पे
Got caught on a timing there.
And that's the action very much slowed down. Peek again, Yudotan. Eliminated by this operator. The
Jemkin by creating plays, bro. कुछ chance नहीं दे रहा हूँ. मस्त खेल रहा है यार.
Just a bandit and a sheriff to do it with, and positions pretty well read. Haven't heard a peep over at A. It's like Xpharaoh just twiddling his thumbs.
Info नहीं उनके साइड का.
Orb grab isn't contested. Jemkin will take down Patman. There goes
Jemkin, bro. Gun भी डाउन कर दी सारी. अबे गन सेव ही कर लेते हैं.
They continue to just really
save
hold these chokes really nicely. Again, having that operator, having those setups, proving to be difficult for Global Esports to crack.
Save ही कर लेते ना.
You can see why Rrq wanted to start on this defender side.
They're looking good.
Yeah, they're really well drilled.
चलो बढ़िया.
Global Esports getting iced at the moment compared to what we were seeing on that first map. And granted, yeah, there was a lot of back and forth, a lot of ups and downs, but they were very much in the driver's seat. Not the entire map, but engine is dying, it would seem.
It's sputtering, all right. It's just...
It seemed like they were good to go. I mean, they got in, they got the engine warmed up, they defrosted the windshield and everything, and it was off to a good start.
I see what you did there. I gotta give you that one. That was a good pun. Look, right now, I think they just don't have a good answer. They still haven't found the op.
They're about to.
Yep.
Oh, there it is. There he goes.
Fraud, भाई.
That was a headshot too.
I need to be, I think, to get that kill, but
yeah. They're just completely bamboozled right now. Okay.
Second here for Patman. Still 2 away from having that thrash online.
कितने एंगल चेक करेगा भाई?
Very slow build. The door will be shut. Xpero forced into the opening. Utah able to find that one. He's going to get himself on the board. And what a timing foul for Javi. Oh, absolutely saves him.
एक को ले जाता है यार, वहाँ पर वो भी सही है, टाइम ही खेल रहा था वो.
Who knows how many more he was going to be able to find off the back of that. So now just going to be one charge away from 2 more critical ultimates being built up for Global Esports, starting to get that cycle very
Jemkin भाई सेव कर रहे ऑपरेटर.
As Jemkin will just have to drift away. Hold on to this operator. Got the money, but again, Thrash, that Armageddon. Don't want Yudo getting any closer to a showstopper, so no real way to try to play this one out. But it looks like Javi is going to go on the hunt.
Well, Javi. Ooh, okay, he's not close enough.
Operator saved,
Heard that or
bro.
not? I think he did, or at least suspicious in that general direction. But Javi will not continue towards the A site. I mean, the conundrum you have as Global Esports
First out,
the money's pretty weak, so throwing over a gun would maybe feel a little bad. So they save. They get the first round win. It's brutal there for Autumn. I like the idea. You know, try to take that tight angle early if you're given that space to counter that operator. You just get outplayed. Oh,
that's how we got him. Okay. Oh, I thought he swung out and had the spot, but no, just has the read.
क्या ही crazy चीज हो जाएगी, अभी तक मैंने देखा तो नहीं हुआ.
Maybe caught a glimpse on the mini map or something, but
right. Possibilities are endless. Believe.
2 walls versus 3. Run it back available for Cushy.
So close.
Oh boy, if a crunch gets ready to come through, you do have the convergent paths, but look at the lean here. Everybody more towards this B side of the map. And Global Esports ready to maybe strike to A, or at least want to contest for this A main orb. Have that in hand. Thrash now at the ready.
Side खाली है.
Divide going to be called in. Now the Thrash going to be sent out. Autumn able to find Jemkin this time around. A bit of revenge for himself there in mid. Takes a cross cut out to safety. Meanwhile, he gets on.
पूरी साइड में ले फुल रिट. अरे अबे उनके प्लेयर्स की वो देख भाई लोकेशन.
Here on the A site. Plan to come in. Retake from this position. Probably going to prove to be damn difficult.
Especially because you don't have that convergent paths.
Meanwhile, Javi, this late linger.
Joke's over.
Sparrow watching for, but now going to be going a separate way. Immediately the shutdown is there. Cushy unable to find anything off of that. The Thrash going to be built back up, jump to the corner, nothing going to be found. The crazy guy able to flush out too. You thought Patman both going to be taken down. Now the Nightfall going across as Crystal finds one. Bates back away, but that's now the Armageddon online.
Oh, bro.
Calls it in immediately. Shifts back to his weapon and Javi ready to go for this backstab. We'll be able to find it. The cleanup is going to be good.
2
kills found. Close of the round here by the IGL. Global Esports rack up a second.
I got a little bit dicey there for a second. Felt like maybe Global Esports had given it away right as the Cosmic Divide is about to bloom. Nice timing for Autumn. And the crazy guy gets the ult to boot. But oh, Crystal right there to keep Cushy in check. And he gets another one, gets his ult. I mean, that one was a must-win for Global Esports with how much they invested into it.
Yeah, 3 ults invested. They do get 2 out of Rrq, but they still have 2 more to go.
Almost got a showstopper here, though. So, and again, it makes it a lot more comfortable for Global Esports if you can find Jemkin early. Especially because that convergent paths gets taken out. Clear the util. Autumn waiting with curveball in hand, but, or excuse me, Cushy. But Autumn is right behind Yudo there. Thinking about
Jemkin भाई. साले उसमें वो चला रहे हैं बे G वाले.
Shifting to the other side here. So well.
Down कर दिया ना भाई. Rush में operator चला रहे हैं.
Operator now on the floor.
Attacking.
Evolution again, not able to find any purpose, any value here yet. This Javi as well, worked down to 5. Critical advantage is built up already for Rrq. Stop this run back attempt from Global Esports. Speaking of which, there's the cam and Crystal still rolling. Is able to find Cushy.
Commit है commit है.
Spare now watching this cross angle, but Manier taking that 3rd kill now. Chance for an ace. All of them so very low. The swing coming in though, and Javi built up a shot. Is able to take him down. Mosh going to be there at Xpero's feet, forces him back away. Some space going to be opened up for the plant to come through. actually hold this line. Convergent path's going to be invested, and that's going to connect onto both players.
Sure,
Capman with a cursory little glance to the
ये वाली
left.
साइड बहुत छोटी नहीं है.
His crosshair can't get it back in time. The cleanup is going to be there. So 3 players surviving. Lead very much maintained now, re-stretched by 3. Up to 3, I should
B
say.
वाली फिर भी थोड़ी अच्छी है. ये तो बहुत ही
Still
छोटी
looking
है.
very clean overall.
Yeah, this is just showing some of that veteran presence from Monyet in this round. Not falling because they're trying to bait with the jump peek there and some sound cues to set up the operator for Autumn to go for that swing. And he's just holding the line. And then immediately falling back to the A site and doing a phenomenal job denying Global Esports much. And it's so many of these rounds just feel like they come down to who's going to get that first kill and then just kind of use that extra person advantage to keep scaling their way forward. So far, this Gecko hasn't found a ton of value in some of these early, fights that you're hoping to find in the mains. Rrq is being really difficult to read, like round after round. Like sometimes they'll challenge a space with the op, sometimes it's tucked way back. Sometimes they're going to try to set up for that flash play in the mid with Cushy, but this round they're being very, very patient. They spread the map so early with the Cypher util. It's covering so many bases for them. So it's just a matter of executing on some of those fights. Smoke will just keep Jemkin backed off to get rid of the drone.
Stealth drone cleared out. No salvo to the side, but will be the Dizzy up and over the top. Jemkin losing his sight for a little bit. Showstopper's going to be called out, but Autumn going to be taken down. Showstopper into the corner. Monyet going to be eliminated, but Cushy forward into that smoke, able to find one, but nothing more. Experiment now, back filling the space. Into the neural depth of ping reveal, the 2 players going to be spotted out. He's waiting for the follow-up to try to find a little bit more, but won't be able to play off of that. Well, you found his wingman was able to get the plan through, but Experiment slotting in. It's just too many numbers. Rrq, overwhelming Global Esports. It just can't get into these sites cleanly.
No.
4 round और
they're just having such a hard time getting that
U
util to find its mark. You're anticipating that, again, so many of these tight corners and angles with the Gecko are going to be cleared by Dizzies and things like that, and it just doesn't really matter. Rrq's happy to lay back and let Jemkin do his thing with the operator.
Creating problems.
The Phoenix for a response as well. It makes it tough because as Rrq, you can be patient with your util, force GE to reveal their hand, and then counterpunch really easily with the setup you have. It's back onto an eco here for Global Esports, who are trying to find some way to salvage this half.
Just that Guardian and a ton of early damage.
Hard push कर रहे हैं बे.
That is not decay. And Jemkin, okay, not able to find the shot. But okay, time to peek. Monyet coming away with one, but it's a clean shot from Autumn. The weapon going to be on the floor. Can they recover it? The answer looks to be no. Very apprehensive about that push forward to try to grab it. Meanwhile, Cushy still here. Shoulder to shoulder alongside Jemkin, just maintaining control. His elbow position on A. Swing in, and no, Crystal finding a good amount of damage, but plenty in response.
Spike down A.
He will now be the last one standing up. A very long Sparrow through the box. Crystal finding the goal. Is Helchi looks to be no with one, but it's a clean shot from On. The weapon going to be on the floor. Can they recover it? The answer looks to be no. Very apprehensive about that push forward to try to grab it. Meanwhile, Cushy still here. Shoulder to shoulder alongside Jemkin, just maintaining control. Jemkin for to try to grab it. Meanwhile, Cushy
उसी को मारा शॉट है भाई मेरे को लगा वो पकड़ा गया पीछे बेचारा.
Shoulder to shoulder alongside Jemkin, just maintaining control. His elbow position on the A.
Round maybe. Gonna have a couple ults again.
Cam to the corner.
Otherwise,
seeing nothing. Launch the backside again. The Cosmic Divide going to be called through. Armageddon blocking off his approach. As a run it back is going to be sent through. Cushy able to avoid the stuns. Tries to go forward into the smoke, but Javi will be able to hound him down. Denying value off that one, but Uniton just tripping over towards drop it. Crazy guy has massacred 3.
One enemy remaining.
It's just Javi. Locked away. The enemy Cosmic Divide there. And one hell of a crossfire. Actually still get a dink there on that Cushy, but nothing more. That is a flawless round. Rrq, I think they've done their homework here, Baberton.
It feels that way, doesn't it?
8-2.
This is ridiculously clean.
क्या चल रहा
Something
है?
gets lost in the sauce here for Global Esports, though. Because Crazy Guy just
अभी भी 2 राउंड
gets like
बचे
a bunch of
हैं, कम
players
से
not
कम
even
दोनों
looking at him.
निकालने पड़ेंगे तो जाके कुछ तो होगा.
Okay, that one, whatever. Oh, that I see. Yudotan had to turn to try to fight.
देता ही
Just
चला गया
not
भाई.
really ready. It's just very chaotic in the post plants. And they're not able to do anything there. And that was Cosmic Divide
Troll दे रहा है bro.
and the Tejo all the Armageddon invested.
भाई 10-2 चल रहा है उसका stats.
Patman's into a thrash. He's got a rifle.
मजाक है क्या?
Crazy Guy's got another Nightfall.
उनका 2-10 चल रहा है.
And you are in trouble.
अबे यार चला
Jemkin
गया.
has had an operator since round 3.
Yep.
They've never been able to really get this out of his hands. It's always been carried over. They've got the money.
अरे
Shut
शॉट
down,
है.
Jemkin, oddly enough, not going to be prepared to try to get that exit. So, okay.
Down.
A decent start to the round. Still just Sheriffs, though. How much more can they find? They're leaning in towards just Maniet on the A site.
Champ है.
A window of opportunities. He has put himself at risk,
Five
but
shots.
still will be able to find Yudotan.
रिकवरी कर लिया भाई
It's a
उसने.
little bit tough.
Face your fear.
It's a great timing on that Nightfall. It's going to confirm some presence. That's going to keep giving them the confidence to scale forward in mid. He had the operator to cover Xfero's push-up. So he's going to be hearing a lot of this. They should be rotating into this position pretty quickly. So Crazy Guy just going to try to delay with the C's.
Still able to hold his own.
Crazy
Tucks
guy
back over
crazy
drop.
हो गया bro. Crazy.
Quite a
पूरा
bit of
गेम
damage
निकाल
suffered
रहा
there,
है.
but Tripwire going to be cleaned out. But what a haunt reveal. Oxo not going to be bangable, so can't try to flush him out
अरे
of yet
यार.
there. Up over the top. The door never shut, but
एक नंबर भी.
so with one reply. Here comes the
Shot.
backstab, Xfero. Arriving.
3, 2,
And will
1.
quickly spot this out.
तो
Reestablishes
गन
the
नहीं थी यार
spray.
बेचारे पे.
And gets the
Bro,
kill.
9-2.
Thrifty's not allowed. Operator again. Back into the hands of Jemkin. Never losing out on it, as it's going to be 9-2.
कसम bro.
Yeah, I just love the ideas from Rrq on this map. Their coordination is so good right now. The push and pull. You know, even though they lose a player in the opening of the round there, it's a really good idea. A bait and switch off of contact from the operator into a curveball. And that's a lot of what they're doing. I mean, Maniet also just out in the open winning a lot of big battles has been huge for Rrq. So a step up in a lot of different ways for them.
Pilsky was talking about wanting to see Maniet back on that neon, how he's so at home in those moments. I think he's right at home on the Astra. This is where this man set a kill record on Split previously. He was playing this one. He was looking right as rain.
He's so sharp right now. And again, Patman still has...
This is a bit all in though. Quick exits, okay. Double dash away. Thrash going to be sent.
भागो भागो. सही बात है भाई सही बात है. पूरा साइड खाली है पूरा retake है full retake.
Pull this one back. Make sure that Thrash is going to be recoverable. And
अबे
he's able to find one, finds himself another. As Maniet
में दो ले गया वो.
take him down, just strays caught through the smokes.
Spam में दो ले गया.
Can tag to 30, and it seems like Global
चलो
Esports
निकाल लिया. अच्छा
slated to get
अच्छा
themselves
अच्छा.
a third
ये
round.
अच्छा भाई 9. ये 9-3 नहीं हो रहा था रे. पर उसको बहुत
Check what's backside.
करेगा
Yeah, just crossfire angle set up. Now the neural depth going to be invested. Swing in, Crazy Guy went to the fight, Patman down. Swap of the weaponry. Jemkin on that check, sends out the saturate. And now the C's as well, blocking them off. It's already been held to half. Crazy Guy scaled forward, he's got a shorty. They're just body blocking it. They hold it. It's 10-2. Highway robbery.
So क्या blunder था ये?
I mean, that is
candy from a baby. They cannot fight back.
No, I mean, and you think, okay, well, finally, the luck goes GE's way there. Yudotan gets 2 for the spray and the smoke, but then he goes on a, I'd say, very ill-advised walkabout.
Is too big, bro.
That scene. It's always sunny in Philadelphia.
Oh God.
When Mac and Charlie
are just
beating up children. That's what that round felt like.
क्या round निकाला bro, एक number
Just
यार.
a great seize too from Crazy Guy. I mean, the util was so on point there when they needed it to be. And I think just Global Esports just not having the discipline there. Getting a little overextended. So this defender side going to have to match. Now for Global Esports, sure it wasn't, you know, their pick initially, but man, Rrq is really, really solid on this map. I love the theory they've got.
RRQ को भाई पूरा बंद ही कर दिया बे.
The Phoenix on this map. The Astra seems solid. I'm in on the Fade always on this map. As soon as I saw this map, I'm like, oh man, Fade's gonna be really good here. The Waylay, I'm not like, it's fine. And the way Jemkin plays, it's fine. I think kind of that to me is more just person dependent. Like who's piloting the agent is going to be more impactful. If you want to, you could run Jet here, you could run
10 to
Neon,
2
totally
bro.
fine.
पिस्टल है बहुत important. ये तो decider तो ये है, यही round decider है.
Except for Yoru, I guess. That's just sad Yoru noises.
नहीं तो फिर भी कुछ तो chance मतलब हो तो कभी भी कुछ भी सकता है पर ये तो बहुत decider round है.
We'll always have Prx on a set.
Exactly.
Until they change it up and do
they
something
will. No, they're
ridiculous.
We're going to see mix today. I just know it.
Well, contact over towards
Info मिल गया,
Xpero.
मेरे खाली है B के लिए जाएंगे वो.
To B main. Nothing else going to be spotted though. And
B
scratch their head saying, okay, well it's the Cypher. He's probably solo lurking.
B हो रहा
So
है.
now they check over towards mid. Not full committing on a rotation to A, so are going to be near enough by, and now the footsteps up as well are going to be heard. So okay, kick us up, RrQ kind of keeping things away here. Jemkin going for the up and over into the immediate refracted.
ये क्या दे रहा है smoke में?
Great shots through the smoke. Yudotan able to find him.
That is pretty easily thwarted. I mean, you're looking for a timing there off of a fast pivot from Global Esports, but they don't really fully commit to it. They go for like a mid look, and it's just not that far compared to what the attackers have to go through to get back towards that B side. But they're going to try it again, and they're going to find out the hard way. Not much has changed.
पकड़ा है?
Dizzy over the top.
अरे
Clear.
इसके ब्लाइंड को मारने में बहुत मजा आता है.
Player strong on this side of the map. 25 seconds remaining in the round. Yudotan able to find another. Jemkin's going to be taken down. Xpero
होएगा भाई defense पे defense कुछ तो होएगा.
That second pistol going the way of Global Esports yet again. Lesmon, yes, can do something absolutely insane. I think it's so damn close, but can't quite close it out. 10-3, RrQ still very cozy in this lead. Another pistol goes over to Global.
I mean, this just came down to who's going to outguess who on the rotations, more or less. I mean, yeah, sure, Yudotan spamming through the smokes again. Gets another nice opening kill to stall Rrq out, but really this was just a good read on the pivots.
Oh my god.
You know, it's just kind of attempted rehit after rehit for Rrq. And they're going to maybe try a different approach towards the A side. Going to be greeted by potential Yudotan with a Phantom, as well as Hobby with a Bulldog.
भाई वो पूरा space पे रहा है.
They found the weak side.
अभी नहीं लिया उसने.
You're going to get an orb.
Hobby just trying to play delay. Off that Prowler, meanwhile, Xpero lurking forward, but ooh, jump peek. I'm not sure if he would ball. He certainly has been spotted now. Trying to get the right click through, but not been able to hold his own. Keeps that Bulldog in hand. Meanwhile, Hobby try to clear them out of the sight. Will eventually be overwhelmed, but got a good amount of damage in. Everyone quite low.
होएगा भाई होएगा डिफेंस में कुछ तो होएगा.
Yet again, so defuse to come in, 4 players surviving. Key weapon
भाई डिफेंसिव मैप है क्या?
इतना
पता नहीं मेरे को बट
start that they need for the second half.
difficult है attacking वाला.
So he's in a great position now to convert a bonus of their own for Global Esports.
Mid देखने को ही नहीं मिल रहा.
RrQ gonna come here on the other side as well.
यार mid हुए थोड़ा mid हुए मजा आएगा.
Great stuff from Pat, anticipating that reswing. Knows that right click from the classic.
They smoke this and they go out, okay?
Let's see.
भाई mid हुए
Bulldogs, Phantom, Guardian, Hobby with just a ghost. But so nerve-wracking is RrQ. Look at this setup.
जा रहे सुन ले मेरी.
RrQ going out early for that showstopper. Instead, Yudo's just going to stay tucked in that corner.
अब जीत जाएंगे.
But Rrq so far wants to try to create a little bit more interest in other parts of the map. They're going to close the mid door. Let's try to cut off some of that vision, some of those angles.
हो गया भाई हो गया निकल
Pivot
गया
over towards the A side, it looks like, and on to Autumn potentially. Just a Bulldog available, but he's got a little bit of that util there.
अकेला है वो
Maybe help him out. Nice the cross cut in the backside.
We'll just take
हो गया पूरा retake मिल गया
quick exit space opened
हो
up.
गया bro mid
Fast
तो
take here
करना
for
था
RrQ. Showstopper's still going to be in the back pocket though, Yudaton.
round for
Off the
RrQ
start here to try to get this retake
unless
going.
something magical happens
Meanwhile, Cushy going to be looking to fight forward, putting himself out on an island. Clear the wingman, curveball to the side. The Showstopper going to be lobbed in. Direct shot. Cushy
nice
dead, but
trade
finds another.
short
fade away from Monyan. Took him a double take to find Hobby, but cleans up the kill.
बढ़िया
Just push out into the open for all these players one by one.
full side ही मिलना था ना
Crystal to see if he can find a little bit more damage, but he will not. Yet. Finding his form. Gets himself another multi-frag round.
the
as
last
RrQ
one
move up
अरे
to 11.
exotic भाई अभी ना issue ये हो
He's
रहा
just been
है
incredible.
मेरे को ना सारी chat अभी
It
इंग्लिश
feels
में आ
like
रही है
everything Monyet
तो मुझे अभी
looks at is
थोड़ा
gonna
समझ नहीं
die
आया
with
आपने
that
इसका
Phantom
मतलब
in
बोला
his
कि एक बार
hands.
फिर से
He's been
टाइप कर दो
so
मुझे
on
सॉरी
point. Oh,
मेरे को
Jemkin there.
ट्रांसलेट में ऑफ भी नहीं कर पा रहा है यार
I
पता
mean,
नहीं
you
कहाँ
can
से
see how
हो
important it is. Kind of
इसको देख के आऊंगा मैं अगली बार से
these smoke chokes. Nasty work.
I know already, that's why I want you to keep the flash, you know?
क्या
Now,
बोलता है भाई राउंड के बाद
very important round for global esports. Get the operator, their economy invested into this to try to turn things into their favor.
Heavy stack.
अरे भाई
Try to
तो
swing into this
होने
one,
वाला
the
सीन हो
Prowler
जाएगा फिर
leading forward.
अरे यार
Let's go ahead and get ready to hear from RrQ and see if they can move
उसने
this
उससे
round up,
कितनी
get
जगह
themselves
मिली
to that 12th and final.
Aye.
भाई उसने ये पे कितनी जगह ली है
No. One window, okay, boys? Come.
हो गया फिर मिड हो गया अरे नहीं पकड़ लिया ब्रो अरे भाई साहब
Don't give him extra.
4 ले गया भाई
Calm skirts.
किसके साथ
I love
एक्सोटिक
the
भाई
reaction to that. What the? Oops.
Well.
Yep.
Can they get the ace?
इंटीरियम गेमिंग अरे हाँ अरे एक्सोटिक भाई ऋषभ के साथ तो हाँ खेल ऐसा नहीं खेलता वो आजकल पीसी गेम्स खेलते हैं ना
We'll swing through. Okay, Flawless going to be found here by Global Esports.
और मैं भी बहुत टाइम से गेम्स खेल ही नहीं रहा था ना
Moving up to 12. Bit of a lifeline here. His economy is going to be.
हाँ एक्सोटिक भाई सॉरी यार मैं गायब था बट मैं खेल ही नहीं रहा था ना बहुत अरे यार कैसे दिए भाई उसने
would be amazing, but the real thing you're going to be gunning
ऐसे ऐसा
for,
कुछ
and I
नहीं
wouldn't be
खेलता
surprised that maybe we see a timeout after this
मैं
round.
अभी
is
सारे
we should
पीसी
be
गेम्स
coming
नहीं
into
खेल
some
सकता
alt
ना अभी
cycles
इसलिए
after this round. So maybe
in
if
the
you
future
get a
खेलेंगे
couple
पक्का
kills, you
पक्का
could even come into them this round with where Cushy and Jemkin are at.
Missile deployed. Oh, looking for that up and over. The flash going to be connecting. And Jemkin able to find 2 with a stinger.
Jemkin
What a break of this defensive hold. Has Patman, first one on the scene, the other two quickly joining in alongside him. Plays well situated, the plant to come in, Cushy to have a heart attack available. Cosmic Divide going to be called through, but they're already operating in front of this one, but Jemkin, he's grabbed that operator. Cushy gives the ult over just to try to secure the round win. Full flash into Jemkin's face. Cushy just trying to buy some space. Jemkin will end up falling. Swing through the boom bot, able to find one, Yutan gets a follow-up, suddenly. They're right back into this. It's just stingers. Yutan gets himself another showstopper.
अरे भाई
will die to Patman's hands in somehow, some way. Global Esports managed to get themselves back into this one.
That's crazy. I thought we were going up to map point for sure, and we were looking at Breeze as a almost certainty. Okay. Oh, what a flash.
I mean, still a great effort, but
भाई उसने
you've invested 2
3 मारे
ults
यार
into this as RrQ. The right back and the Cosmic Divide both committed. And suddenly that hurts a hell of a lot more. You get the showstopper out at the end, so.
Oh my.
I guess The good news is you didn't use the convergent pass. So now, like I expected, Jovi's going to have this timeout, but not kind of the things and the sort of tools to play with that I was expecting for him to be able to talk about. Because it started so well, and I totally agree with them investing those ults. You should. When you establish that kind of an advantage, I mean, you get an operator into Jemkin's hands, you should be feeling pretty comfy. But Yudotan, all of a sudden, has just been explosive. He's up to 17 kills now. Just feels like every round is a multi-kill for him.
Yeah, I mean, he was completely absent at the start of this. And now he is just right back up at the top of the scoreboard. The fact that he's been able to leapfrog over Jemkin, over Xpharaoh, just shows how incredibly well he's been playing in this second half.
Tens batayega piche? Is that tens, bro?
Family Guy to SpongeBob.
I like it.
What's next? Simpsons?
Heck yeah. Let's
American
do that.
Dad?
Let's do it.
Okay. Timeout. Is this going to be enough?
Xpharaoh. Okay. Had the cage there. Has the Prowler, so he's okay. I was a little worried there for him for a second. How about X-Men? X-Men 97.
Sure.
Really good.
Phoenix, खुशी कुछ कर. अरे खुशी मतलब तेरी ये किसका नाम?
Some damage out. Kushi.
खुशी है, खुशी.
Heals quickly, having to come through.
खुशी. मारो.
Take this space. I mean, he is deep into enemy lines at this point. Shoulder to shoulder though, and it's with Yudotan.
ये नहीं रुक रहा
Last
भाई.
player you want to be going up against at the moment.
Yudotan पागल हो गया है.
Down nice and early.
अरे भाई ये तो क्या comeback ही हो जाएगा ये.
Pass is in a really weird spot in this 2-2 split. You have to clear Autumn effectively. Oh, there's the door.
Damage down, Crazy Guy to 70. Meanwhile, Maniac eliminated. Autumn still forward on the site. They're trying to flush him out. They have enough space, spot, but Javi there's that second layer. Catches Xpharaoh just when he thinks that he's fine to reposition.
तो ये तो fight मतलब खतरनाक fight है ये.
Crash going to be sent, looking for the catch. Won't be able to have it. Jemkin pushing forward, gets himself past that pain shell. But a lot of this resting on his shoulders. So he's going to be sent down the marsh, not in position. Meanwhile, Crazy Guy,
nice one, भाई. Good round, good round. गया भाई ये तो अब क्या बन रहा है? Full BT.
Jemkin once again says thank you very much for the operator. RQ, the timeout call ends up working. It starts getting a bit shaky. They make it up the map point.
I mean, they really wanted that mid-space, and even though Cushy gives his life for the cause, they're able to double down on that because he's gotten so deep. Get 2 extra players there, create that extra angle. I got a little worried when Autumn got that first kill.
एक नंबर भाई.
2v3 though. That they're able to convert. They're giving themselves a really good shout into this. It's going to take 6 in a row for GE. Certainly feels very challenging. You know, wouldn't be too surprised to see them get a couple here, but
बढ़िया जाओ read
again. So much forward space being taken.
अरे यार.
Away from having that Armageddon. I'd love to get that online if you're Crystal, but you're just saddled with playing backside of B. Stealth drone quickly going to be cleared out. Quick repositions coming through.
थोड़ा पहले जाना था
Sports
ना.
very convinced that this is going to be the site exact. It's an up and over from Jemkin. Any bit of damage going to be suffered from that salvo, and Crystal just find him through the smoke. Armageddon now online. You have to be reconsidering this one if you're RQ. Pulls it through. Cushy, isolated backside, trying to scale forward, but Autumn has him dead. We'll run it back to try to assist now. Looking to re-swing, reposition. Xpharaoh now the one stranded. Paint shell to push it forward, can't find a transfer. Crazy Guy with spike in hand, holding on to an operator. We'll just have to try to tuck away and start assessing what he wants to do in the next round.
I think this was just kind of a little bit of an overcommit from Rrq. I mean, there was so much util dumped at that front door. You knew for sure the Tejo and the Gecko were there. Obviously, you're not entirely sure where the Astra is ever, but you know, with both those initiators, there was so much ability to stall you out. You know, you're thinking, okay, well, we've got the Phoenix, we've got the Waylay, you know, Jemkin's going to create space, and then Crystal just, even though it's a Phantom that Jemkin's spraying with, he's still able to just lock on and take him out. So that's all that space so quickly
5 round है
denied.
bro.
Then the Armageddon's there, and then you're just really
यार
stalled.
mid करना चाहिए ना, mid वापस करना चाहिए ना
Too
इनको एक बार.
aggressive here from RRQ after all that early util spam.
अरे ये कैसे मारा उसने?
Decent info. Just tried to commit and see if you could brute force your way through.
Javi.
One enemy remaining.
No, they just reload.
Okay.
Rough buy.
Paddy भी इतना नहीं
Crazy
मार
guy.
रहा है auto.
Found earlier value with the sheriff. See if we can do it again. Plenty of other
भाई mid
firepower
करो ना यार
alongside
एक
this.
round.
For some off the op, but for the moment, both leaning in towards different angles.
Deep hunt, though, doesn't get deep enough to check Autumn's
बढ़िया
position,
भाई.
so that's going to be an unknown. All you know is they didn't push out into mid, really.
Atom के पास.
So it's just kind of the waiting game. I think GE happy to play that right now. Are getting a pretty good read on this, though. Pat's already over. Has that mosh there, so I'd like to see RRQ, yeah, try something a little bit different. Maybe keep a player here to try to sell a fake. Maybe just leave Jemkin with the operator or something, but...
Something that Prowler mid again to try to cause any kind of distraction they can get. Boombot not making any contact. Just keeping things quiet. They're just going to let this clock run down and then try to see if they've drawn any attention off of A, but Global Esports, they're keeping 3 players here.
अब तो कमेटी होएगा. नहीं ये राउंड पे गया.
They're going to be cleared out. Pain Shell now layered into the front. The wingman at the ready as
ये
well.
राउंड पे गया.
Autumn just checking to see if there's going to be any crunch. Doesn't see any flanks now. Shifts over, staring in towards main. Looking for a target. Yutan's going to be able to find one, but Kushi trades him out. Kushi finds another one. Observers, hello. Can we look at the Phoenix? Time now running low. Crazy guy going to fall. Spike on the floor. Xpero eliminated. And it looks like maybe they've just waited too long to try to strike. The salvo on the floor, body, and he just doesn't have the time. But have to try to kill them all, they cannot. Javi has the cleanup. Global Esports not allowing for this map to end.
बहुत ही ज़्यादा वेट कर लिया अभी.
But again, it's kind of similar scenes here. And RRQ's response compared to what they did over on the B side is to just wait longer. Even though a little bit of a fake is attempted to be sold by Crazy Guy, I will say that he threw that Prowler over in towards B Link, but you know, GE's happy to just assume that they're going to double down on those hits. So now you're kind of in a tough game as a shot caller, as RRQ trying to get the good conditioning set up, trying to trick them, and GE's been pretty steady about reading it. Oh boy.
65. Get what they wanted, which is the orb to the Phoenix.
I'll be curious if, assuming that RRQ can't convert this Thrifty for the win, but if Jovi takes another timeout, gonna be getting into that nightfall.
Batman will be able to find the one, looking for that second. Saturate, not able to get far enough to the side to actually clip him. Meanwhile, Crystal sending out a shot, letting him know all these angles covered.
अबे 10 2 से 12 8 हो गया अभी. नहीं.
Turn that one in. Suddenly, there's another player.
अरे क्या throw around
absolutely screwed. And Xpero, I mean, you need to die.
ये तो full throw है.
Batman, maybe the one wanting to try to take this charge for himself, get halfway to the Thrash. Will be able to do so. Flawless fashion for Global Esports. 3 rounds away. Trying to send this into overtime. Exactly where RRQ got to on Sunset. Back into a bye. Neural depth as well as that nightfall isn't enough to close the map.
Yeah, I would really like to see a timeout though. It's a good opportunity to take one, unless, I mean, I suppose you could be saving it for that 11th round, but
You took.
Yeah.
they're still very, very clean. And nope, they're just going to let it ride. Trust that the players have this. It's just going to come down to some of these fights, although you are going to use the evolution early.
Autumn forward cleared out.
Yeah.
Crystal just trying to play Autumn in on this angle. But this is looking like maybe a mid-crunch to be. As Nightfall checking that connector position, Patman is going to be setting up the mosh. Playing that approach, Wingman at the ready as well. The cage going to be set.
Guys, mid push हुआ है. अरे नहीं
The first to
बे.
fall, Patman. Saturated into that corner, but still.
अरे भाई ये क्या throw रहा है
Eliminated the operator.
यार.
Catches crazy guy. And Rrq are looking like they have run out of options, run out of ideas.
Literally 1v1 हो रहे हैं
No
भाई.
avail.
क्या हो रहा है बे?
Xpharaoh being hunted, tripwire. Ends up getting caught. Yudotan sprinting around the corner and will be able to draw down fast enough. Nothing going to be saved. It's another flawless global esports. 2 more rounds to go to send this to OT.
भाई.
Pat does phenomenal work in this round.
ये सबसे
Him
ज़्यादा
and
round.
the Tejo just completely shut
क्या
down
कर रहे
that
हैं
extra
भाई?
angle, trying to be creative through B-Link. And then that buys enough
Flawless जा
time
रहे
for
हैं
Hobby to get into position
पूरा
to set up the crossfire.
खो गए हैं.
Still got that op holding the front door, and Rrq's never able to clear that either.
Timeout.
Now the timeout is there.
भाई किसका टाइम हो
Got a
गया?
lot
आराम
less
क्यों कर रहे
again
हैं?
to kind of work with here as Jovi. He did nice in the last one to get the round win for Rrq, but then GE was right back to business. Now they just need 2 more in a row.
भाई साहब
Them the
10-2
confidence,
से
giving them
12-10
the hope
हो
here.
गया.
I mean, given the economy right now for Rrq, this next one should basically be assured.
Right.
So realistically, we've only got 1 more solid chance. Barring that
क्यों दुख
Thrifty
रही भाई?
coming through, but haven't really been seeing them today, at least not for Rrq's side of things.
Well, let's see.
While it looked rough and it wasn't really finding value on the attacker side, from the defense, I'm starting to kind of see, the get-go a little bit here. The amount of delay that you're getting from Patman with this is pretty damn strong.
It's pretty nuts. It allows for these fast rotations that Global Esports has been able to really just make the choke so nasty. I mean, think about all the mollies in this comp, plus the Astra. It makes the A main and B main entrances so annoying to get through.
Mid reveal तेज आ रहा
Trying to
हूँ.
fish for a little bit of info there, but actually sell a bit of a fake, but they've got this red.
हाँ थोड़ा तेज एंट्री ले रहे हैं ना वो लोग.
Dash in,
Nice.
drip down, spot on the 1, but
अरे
Javi able to
नहीं
find Cushy.
यार.
Leaps through the smoke either way. It's another kill for Javi. Monyet now eliminated. Xpharaoh going to be taken down. Javi is just tearing them to bits as it's going to be another flawless. Entry found for Jemkin, but nothing more.
क्या कर
Global
रहे हैं
Esports,
भाई?
1 more to go. And this is from a 2 to 10.5.
It's just
पूरा
hard to
game
imagine
बराबर पे आ
that
गया
we'd
बे.
have 2 back-to-back 10-2 halves, but we're on the cusp of that being the case.
A. 1 enemy remaining.
Javi, absolutely nasty there.
भाई साहब.
And yeah, now he's got the Thrash. I was just about to mention that, and he's got an Odin.
We're 1 away from having a showstopper as well.
Double
They're gonna have
op?
double op. I mean, this is just.
Double op.
I mean, it's gonna be ass. I like to try to play into this. It's just gonna suck. Cosmic Divide will peel back some of that pressure, denying the sightlines away. We'll see how it ends up looking for them on the retake. As Cushy, little jump around the back, will be able to spot out 1.
Spike planted.
और ये
They've
plant हो
they had
गया.
guns as well.
Full retake
Okay.
है.
This
अरे
become, in fact, I
bro.
think this ends up becoming a little bit better for
Possible.
Rrq.
Yes.
ना but यार इनके वो यूटिल
With the double op, especially, can't try to play into that one. Cushy, oh boy, salvo at his feet. Paint shell up through the gap in the door. Showstopper still going to be available. The Phoenix eliminated. Crazy guy able to hold his own despite that.
अरे bro missed.
Nothing found off the Showstopper. But Javi
अरे
still
अरे
fighting
अरे
back
एक
for a little bit
सेकंड
more.
भाई
Gets
एक
him back into
सेकंड.
advantage position. Monyet trying to set the grab well. Xpharaoh trying to hold this.
अरे
He cannot
नहीं
now. Monyet.
यार.
A 1v2. The defuse being stuck. And Javi
अरे बाप रे
gets the 3K.
bro.
Breaks his way back into the site and Global
क्या
Esports.
खेले भाई.
They pushed it
क्या
all the way to
खेले.
overtime.
Absolute madness. Just crazy stuff. Crazy guy there. Does nice. I mean, this is a great little trap play. The thrash
वाह
into the salvos.
भाई.
Nice combo.
1 enemy remaining.
क्या गेम
The trap up
भाई
there in the
एक
corner. You
नंबर
don't whip
यार.
on the showstopper and you think, oh boy, That might just be it. That might just be map 3.
Yes! Yes!
Huge.
Boy,
Now we go for the overtime.
10 से 12.
Global Esports starting on that attacker side, which
मजाक
both
है
teams
क्या
only
यार?
2 rounds. That was it. That was all they were able to find. I still feel like between the two, GE's comp actually should have a little bit more legs on this attacker side with so many pieces of
मिड जा रहे हैं भाई, यही तो करना था यार, मिड खेलते ना। निकाला था वे इन्ने राउंड मिड में अच्छा खासा, गए नहीं उसके बाद, मिड ही नहीं गए।
Right. That showstopper, obviously a whiff, but still able to find the round. But his rifling been a hell of a lot cleaner so far. His trip's going to be intercepted by one. Crazy guy trying to tuck back. Stunned up there for a brief little moment. Meanwhile, Sparrow, paint shell layered in at his feet. He's going to be rerouted. Like now starting to get brought forward. Unicorn spam down to 7. Marsh does get chucked through. So far, no kills found from either side.
It's going to have to be much cleaner this time for Global Esports.
They're still quite far away.
Full
Just with an operator in hand. Cam with a spot on the 1, but Patman able to find Cushy, finds mine yet. The Thrash online now. Quickly will get cleared out. And their work cut out for them. Sparrow able to displace him.
Urutan बहुत low है bro. Practically 3v3 है.
Dangerously low. Skirt around the back. Gonna get onto a flank. He cannot do so. User going to be interrupted. Crazy guy will fall. The push forward. Sparrow trying to take this into his own hands. A final salvo going to be sent out. The neural depth going to be revealed. Sparrow would have to be an ace.
नहीं हुआ यार.
Tapping the defuse, the jump, the stun would even kill him. But it's going to be Crystal just finding the timing. Global Esports, match point in their hands.
Unthinkable! Absolutely unthinkable. And credit to Sparrow. He almost pulls off one of the best clutches we've ever seen from him. Pat this time getting tons of value here. Able to clear some space. Able to make Crazy Guy really uncomfortable, and then a good nade to back Sparrow off from that top angle. Initially on the way into the site, a good smoke. So I really like that setup and play from Global. Again, those post plays feel a little uncomfortable, but get there.
I'll find you.
And now it's Rrq. Gonna have to find the win here from the attacker side. No timeout called.
I just don't know. It's been so tough for them, but they're given probably their best look. Pat's guessed on the wrong side this time, so you're not gonna have that Gecko there. Autumn, no operator this time. Just the Phantom.
एक तो उनका अटैकिंग निकला नहीं है अभी तक. गया भाई, गया. गेम गया.
Dead. Cross cut out. Repositions to safety. Sparrow trying to find that elimination. The cage going to be going up.
गया भाई, बोल दिया ना. वो वेले मरा तो गेम गया.
But they still have some fight left in them. But now it has to be Crazy Guy. Snaps on. Finds the kill. The Nightfall not to connect. Perhaps a false sense of security. Still closing out the previous round. Can he do it again to secure the map win? Still the stealth drone, still a salvo, the stun, a full kit available to him. Crazy Guy with the right idea, and Crazy Guy with the Red Bull clutch. A monstrous 4K.
क्या
चल रहा है? Get Rrq up to 13.
I just can't believe it. I thought this was done, dusted, over. I mean, Hobby's going crazy here. Pretty sure I heard Jovi slam his desk. I thought this was done. But then, oh my God. That is brutal. Oh my word, Crazy Guy. Bails them out.
अरे bro यार क्या बचाया है?
We go again.
Now we do. 20th clutch for him in Pacific. A massive one at that, but now we are into the action, and he is tagged to 1 HP.
कौन? क्रियोरी बॉय क्रेजी का 1 HP हो गया.
The accolades can wait, the game cannot. Tripwire again, same setup, same players running into it. Can they actually try to play off this at all? Sparrow has to clear out the wingman. They're looking to try to displace him. Swinging the corner. What a shot from Unicorn.
Nice.
Crazy Guy dead. Door gonna be shot. Look at that timing. Oh, what a shot that would have been from Jemkin, but just not quite fast enough. Monyet's gonna be able to find one, but Cushy now dead. Monyet with a second.
Nice. Monyet.
A 2v3. Yurutan tucked in the drop. Seemingly aware of that. Turns his sights forward now. Stealth drone with the spot out.
भाई खड़ा हुआ है ना यार अभी
To get rid of this raise. Stripes in to his demise. No shorty on back up. Paint shell now. Pushing Monyet away. The salvo going to be layered in. The post-plant util available to Global Esports. It's just so much. It's overwhelming. Timing, however, from Monyet going to be found on the one. Goes in for the Cosmic Divide. It's Crystal. Oh! He's not going to be able to have it. It's so well played by Monyet. It's a great attempt, but the time is just not there. Global Esports once again in the lead.
It's just so close. I mean, Monyet knows the situation that he's dealing with. He knows that Teho is going to be tucked into main. Again, big wins early off of that util, finally able to start getting players spotted out, and GE able to capitalize off of those early identifications that they're able to make. Oh, Monyet, tough dude. Yeah, he knew it too. I mean,
Timeout.
it's way too much time off there, and
किसका टाइम आउट आ गया? जी
Esports.
GE's timeout? Yeah, okay.
Platoon going to be calling this one, trying to get this over the finish line. One more to go.
अब इनका कोच नहीं बोलता है. ये लोग बात करते हैं.
Oh, close. In that previous, it was that massive clutch from Crazy Guy. Well, you know what to do, Sluggy.
देखा नहीं मैंने एक भी बार जी के कोच को बोलते हैं.
Everybody knows that.
Well, we've been waiting for that one for a while.
I think we will be waiting.
I think they just realized that he's just hopeless, so it's time to move on to somebody else.
He is absolutely one of the most hopeless humans I've ever met. Yeah. Just don't know about him. But I don't know about this match. But I'm kind of curious. I mean, both teams playing very passively on their defender side for the most part.
भाई मेरे हिसाब से ये राउंड लास्ट है इस मैप का. और जी ले जाएगी भाई.
Crazy Guy has been throwing early, doesn't catch him. They're going to clear a little bit of space.
डिफेंसिव में जीतना भाई बहुत इजी है. मतलब बहुत इजी नहीं है बट कंपैरेटिवली.
Cushing slipping through, but it's going to be Crazy Guy offered up. Cushing needing to buy that second elimination. He cannot.
3v4 bro.
Finding value. Intercepted, denying even the cage. Being shut through.
अरे साइड ले ली वो उन्होंने पूरी. बेट करके दो बंदे.
Hammer set up on the one wall. Timing shot attempt from Autumn. Not to be rewarded. Jemkin on a walkabout needs to go huge.
अच्छी स्पेस है भाई उसके पास.
Locating targets.
Don't throw to check him out. Quickly going to be cleared. Hammer being watched, spotted the one. Monyet plays off that nicely. Patman going to be taken down now into a 3v3. Tuck back, the stun not connected. Xpharaoh cleans up Javi, and now it's just swap of the gun. But a 1v3 in time. So many angles to try to clear out. And yep, there's a triple face in.
सारा दिमाग आप लगा रहे हैं. वो पहले 4-5 मौके थे उसमें से एक में लगा लेते खत्म हो जाता.
That's very true.
खेले जा रहे overtime.
They're coming from a deficit, but it's because GE calls to just completely flood into mid, expecting that there was going to be a bigger presence from Rrq there, but the strong push, the 3-man push, is actually onto A, which is left completely undefended.
I cannot do anything. I already do.
भाई.
And that is just giving them so much time and space to set up.
Rrq से defending नहीं निकाल रहा अब.
Look at this. This looks tricky.
Attacking निकाल रहे हैं. क्या चल रहा है?
Gonna be walking into the stack in an op.
भाई मार दे multi kill ले ले. Shot.
But Autumn cannot avoid getting his face absolutely blown off.
I don't understand why you do that. He's been
shot
holding that line so often.
Mid. Rotation, rotate. Sound नहीं गया.
Immense amount of space opened up for him. Look at this deep scale.
पूरी side खाली है, उसको sound आ गया rotation का, उसने call दे दिया.
They realize that they've given this away, but they actually clear him out. No, they don't. It's going to be able to find just the one though.
एक और ले जाता भाई.
Reactions from Yurutan. Keeps him into a
side
winnable
खाली है,
position.
नहीं आ
Still by one player.
गया. Mid ले लिया उन्होंने. Oh bro. Full BT वो फंसा हुआ है B पे अकेला.
A lot of work now to get in here. Look at the rotations. They're fast from Rrq.
I mean, critically, it is for the moment just Sparrow alone here. Can't do too much to try to prevent this plan from coming through.
Hey, doable है bro.
They'll be able to get that in play. But can they hold
अरे
this
यार
line?
मस्त doable है.
Double dash in, scout on the one. Quick refract out, but able to find. That kill, Yutan gets one as well.
Nice by 2v2.
Mania down to 30 HP. As Jemkin has to do it all, and he cannot. It's another 2 kills for Hobby. Another round. And another map point for Global Esports.
Oh, they're really starting to get their feet. Both teams underneath them in these post plants, finally getting attacker. I mean, both teams only had 2 wins on their attacker side.
And now this is all they can win from.
Exactly.
And they do it as a 4v5 disadvantage with Autumn dead off the rip.
Yeah. Oh, it's madness.
नहीं यार.
I do not like that early peak, but I like that post plant.
कि जान में जाना है भाई.
Trying to get fired up.
And Platoon trying to make sure the heart keeps beating. Self CPR.
Get the man a pacemaker.
Self CPR.
I like this.
Did they see Hobby at all? I don't think they did. Whistle going to be set up.
Nice.
And Hobby, I mean, again, clean early value for Autumn this time. He will play the game.
और ओवर टाइम नहीं देखना मेरे को. कर दो खत्म. ठीक है सर चलो.
Big heroes now. A third on the floor. As Autumn gets himself another, and the spike is dropped. Jemkin must win fight. He's able to find it, but his refract is now down. The spike completely surrounded. He's going to grab the orb, I think, go for this convergent paths. Send it over the side, but that does not connect onto Autumn whatsoever. Spots him out, but he needs some assistance.
Look at Xpharaoh, though. He might catch Crystal.
Slowly wrapping around. 40 seconds to try to play with this one. Crystal still watching it. It's the Mosh. Going to be layered in. Checks that one side, turns back. Util in hand. Xpharaoh ready to strike. How many can he find on this swing? He's going to have to try to go for it all.
अरे यार एक ले जाता ना. जेमकिन एक ले जाता भाई हो जाता. क्या हारे हैं भाई ये.
Lock up 2 in a row on Summit.
भाई 10-2 से ओवर टाइम लेके गए वो. वहाँ से जाके जीते यार.
But they managed to close out the series over Rrq in 2-0 fashion.
And it's a big win here for Global Esports. A lot of big questions for them after how rough. I mean, look, EWC was rough for both these teams.
Yeah.
Let's just be honest, it didn't go good. But, you know, big questions here. Some of them being answered.
क्या जीते हैं बे. रुको मैं आता हूँ उनको कुछ खाने का लेके.
Composition that they're running on Summit, it gets there in the long run. Took a little while to get comfortable with it.
That first half had me so worried.
Yeah.
Going on 2-10, a weird composition. I mean, it felt like they were trying to cook, but they hired a pastry chef instead because it was about to be pie all over the place. But then Uniton woke the hell up. They managed to find that stability. They managed to kick it back into gear. For Rrq, I think it's going to be a really rough one to walk away from. Given that you were so close, you had such a dominant start. But they played their hearts out. Granted, I think if you're going to get that kind of performance and that level out of Moniette, you know, series over series, I think Rrq is still going to be in a very good spot to have a solid finish here in Stage 2. It is just the first week. There is so much more gameplay to yet be witnessed. So you can kind of afford these early ones, but given how close these teams have been as far as champs points are concerned, it's still a big win overall for Global Esports.
Yeah, exactly.
Go ahead and send it down, though. Jen's going to be standing by with our winners interview.
Global Esports starting off stage 2 with a big W on the board. I have Javi, AK, the IGL of the team with me. Congratulations, Javi.
Thank you, thank you.
네, 오늘 승리를 거둔 하비 AK 선수 만나보도록 하겠습니다. 승리 축하드립니다. 가장 먼저 사실 이렇게 좀 감코진의 변화가 생기면서 스테이지 2에 대한 부담감이 조금은 늘어난 것 같다고 얘기를 했었는데요. 확실히 이번 스테이지 승리로 시작할 수 있어서 좀 한시름 내려놓은 것 같은데 기분이 어떤지부터 물어보도록 하겠습니다. You talked about how there's a little bit of more added pressure for you guys. Must be a huge relief to start off stage 2 with the big win.
I mean, yeah, it's just another game for us. You know, we should like to play our own game, and like we're doing what we love. So even if there's added pressure, you know, we're still like end of the day we're just enjoying playing the game.
확실히 조금은 더 부담감이 있기는 했지만 그래도 평소와 다를 거 없이 그냥 경기 중에 하나라고 생각을 했고 그리고 외부 상황이 어떻든 서버 안에서는 우리가 사랑하는 거 좋아하는 게임을 하기 때문에 그렇기 때문에 오늘 승리 기쁘다고 얘기를 했습니다. 그리고 이제 서밋 솔직히 10대 2에서 승리하기 좀 힘들어 보였거든요. 도대체 어떻게 이긴 건지 물어보도록 할게요. How the heck did you guys win Summit? Because that was a 10-2 first half.
I think everyone just like woke up on Def and we all played as a team. We played better. Jemkin's op was very hard to counter during attack. And I think Def, we just like, you know, we had to prove something. And we all just rallied together and played good as a team.
갑자기 좀 각성한 것 같다고 얘기를 하는데요. 사실 공격 때는 좀 쟁빈 선수의 오퍼레이터를 상대하기 굉장히 힘들었는데 그래도 어떻게 으쌰으쌰 하다 보니까 이렇게 연장전까지 잘 뚫고 승리를 가져갈 수 있었다고 얘기를 합니다. 그럼 또 사실 요즘 서밋 조합에 대한 해석이 각각 다른데 글로벌 e스포츠 쪽에도 굉장히 신기한 조합을 보여줬거든요. 개코, 비토 그리고 태호 이 조합에 대해서 어떤 아이디어였는지도 물어보도록 할게요. So there's been a lot of different interpretations when it comes to Summit and what comps are good on that map. You guys chose Vito, Teho, and Gecko. Who came up with that? What did you see in that? How does that kind of fit your personnel and the strengths?
Platoon had this idea where we all just play Summit 5v5 and play any agent you want. And those are the agents that we all chose. And yeah, that we basically made it off that.
서밋에서 그냥 5대5 경기를 치르는데 좋아하는 요원을 각자 골라서 해봐라 라고 얘기를 했고 그래서 각자 좋아하는 요원으로 5대5를 떠본 결과 좀 가장 잘 맞는 것 같은 요원을 선택했다고 얘기를 합니다. 그리고 마지막으로 이제 안 물어볼 수가 없는데요. 다음 주에 좀 빅매치가 예정돼 있습니다. 풀센스 상대로 할 텐데 어떤 각오가 있는지 여쭤보도록 할게요. Elephant in the room. Next week, big match against Full Sense. What is the mindset?
I mean, just another game for us. You know, we're still just gonna play. I don't think like the beef. You know, us we haven't really said anything. You know, we're just playing the game.
Okay.
You know, we've kept quiet, but you know, it's just another game.
Do you think you'll just focus on getting those championship points, or?
I mean, like beating Full Sense isn't the goal of stage 2. The main goal is still going to champs. You know,
Okay.
so it will be just another game to us. If we lose, we lose. We learn. If we win, we win. You know.
Eyes on the prize.
Yeah.
Yep. 사실 뭐 드라마가 약간 있기는 하지만 그래도 지금 중요한 거는 일단 챔피언스에 진출하고 스테이지 2에서 잘 하는 거기 때문에 이 지휘의 목표가 풀센스를 그냥 이기는 것만 있지 않잖아요. 그렇기 때문에 다음 경기도 최대한 집중하고 그리고 뭐 지휘 쪽에서는 딱히 입장을 밝힌 게 없으니까 평소대로 경기를 이길 수 있도록 잘 준비해서 경기를 치르겠다고 얘기했습니다. 이렇게 해서 하비 AK 선수 만나봤습니다. Thank you, Javi, and best of luck.
Thank you. Thank you.
The score was 10-2 in the half. What a comeback from Global Esports. We were getting prepared that this was an Rrq win. We were propping up our discussion points and everything, but then that happened.
Oh man, that's going to be very, very brutal for Rrq. That was their game on a silver platter. You give me a 10-2 lead at the half and tell me Crazy Guy's my IGL going into the attacking half and you can't close the map. That is going to be something they're going to have to digest for a little while. But small shout out to Mon. Yeah, I thought he actually played a pretty good game here on the smokes. I wouldn't mind seeing a couple more from him, quite honestly.
I agree, but for me, the frustration was palpable down on the stage for Rrq. Jovi in the booth, you can hear them getting worked up. You can see how much they felt like this could have been a win. They could have been moving forward to that map 3, but it's not meant to be. Global Esports come out with what is ultimately quite a clean 2-0 here to get that first championship point and that win on the board.
Yeah, Rrq have to be kicking themselves because they had this. You can tell when Rrq are having a good game because they're very, very loud. And towards the later part
and
of that match, exactly. You know, you have all of these funny sounds coming out from Rrq, and just that later half, they were very, very quiet. That does not bode well for Rrq. But of course, GE, very, very loud with those screams. They were so hyped when they knew that they could actually do this, and they did.
Absolutely, GE silenced them really, really nice. nice stuff on the defense. I love everything that they were putting together. On attack, I thought they had a lot of great ideas as well. They just didn't really quite land in the way that they would have wanted to. So I'm interested to see if this is something they continue to stick to. And like I said before, there's still plenty of ideas here on GE. Even if Frost has kind of departed, they've got a lot of people who can put stuff together. And you've already seen two pretty interesting approaches from them today.
That's right. Story to be continued on the side of global esports. It's looking very positive for them because we know now that they can stand up to this kind of pressure. They are evolving because probably early on in kickoff, a team like GE would not have won this map.
Yeah, I mean, but I think that's very true. You saw 20-10 in terms of first kills there, so that's a ludicrous difference. GE, I do think, especially when that second half were the cleaner team, crazy that in the OTs, everyone's winning on that attack. I wonder if this matchup takes place in week 3, week 4, how different this clash could have been, but it's not meant to be. I can't wait to see how the Summit will develop as we move through the split, and the teams get a little bit more comfortable here.
Yeah, getting a lot of different interesting kind of approaches from all different teams coming into stage 2. I feel like they've all got their little bit of a take on the meta. Giving the Yuditan the MVP makes a lot of sense. He played very well today, but I want to give a shout out to Harvey. His individual form was phenomenal this series, and it makes GE so very well-rounded in terms of the fragging.
Makes them also one of the most exciting teams to watch here in Pacific because, hey, they could pull out a comeback like that once more, right? They have that within them. But of course, from one banger match, we have to move on to another match, which is going to be Prx and T1. But before that, we have a very special guest with us on the desk. She's your Pookie in the morning and your Pookie in the night. We have from 50/50, we have Athena joining us on the desk. This is the first time ever, Athena, that we have a K-pop idol.
Oh,
with
really?
us. Yes.
Wow, thank you.
You are the
This is
very
honor.
first. Can you please introduce yourself to the VCT Pacific audience?
Definitely. Hello, I'm 50/50 Athena, and I'm T1 Valorant's ambassador. Thank you.
That is absolutely right, and you are such a VCT super fan.
Yes,
we
I am.
were watching that earlier match, and you were nerding out with us.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I was so impressed. Like she was actually super excited while watching that match. I wanted to ask because you hit Immortal,
Yes, I
right?
did.
What's your rank now? And
I'm staying in Ascendant right now.
Okay.
Because I don't really have the time to play a lot, but I'm still in Ascendant, and yeah, I'm trying to hit Immortal, but I don't really have the time, so.
girl is a K-pop idol, and she's on Ascendant. What are you guys doing, by the way? What are you guys doing?
It's making us all feel bad.
Absolutely. I was telling these guys, like, she can out-frag both of you.
Oh no.
I think so. You're in the skirmish today, right?
Oh, I mean, if they allow me.
She wants to put her in T1.
Put her in.
Put her in.
Yeah, I wanted to ask you, you've played the game quite a bit and, been playing in the rank queues. We were even asking you about the new map.
Yes.
What kind of role do you play in the game? And if T1 puts you in this match today, who are you replacing in the T1 team? Like, what role do you like to play?
Wow, who would I can't like replace somebody, but I could probably play like a smoker agent or a sentinel because I usually play smokes, but I think I started learning Cypher because of the new map Summit because Cypher seems to be a really, really good agent and when it comes to, holding a site and anchoring a site. So yeah, definitely. But I was struggling a lot with, getting through the map and finding my way through because there's so many tunnels and like I just couldn't find my way.
Yeah.
So I actually got lost when there was like an overtime and we kind of lost the game because I went into spawn.
It's a big map.
Honestly, I feel like some of the Pacific players, when I'm watching some of these rounds, it gets really messy, and I feel like they feel the same, to be honest.
Yeah, it's easy to get lost in that map.
For sure.
Yeah.
So the life of a K-pop idol is
Yes.
so hectic. Rehearsals, performances,
Yes.
fan meets, all that kind of stuff. How do you find any time at all to play Valorant or keep up to date with VCT? It must be difficult.
I do have a lot of, performances and all of the other stuff, but I think we also have a time where we're, doing our makeup and doing our hair, so we have that time to, watch our stuff and do our stuff. And then there are some times where we end early. There's no, 10 to 10 time. It's just like, it's kind of free. So if I have the time, I would be, playing a couple of games and then go to sleep. And it depends on the schedule.
Yeah, just anytime you have spare,
Yes,
straight
anytime.
on Valorant.
Yeah, only Valorant. Nothing else. Only Valorant.
She's just like me. She also watches a lot in the makeup chair. That is right. Give me a high five for that. Yes. Our time in the makeup chair. Okay, so you are no stranger to the stage. If you were a Valorant pro and you had to like walk out, what would be like your pose?
I actually thought a lot because, you know, I'm an idol. You know, I could be doing some cute poses. But because I'm a Valorant player, I would probably go with something, you know, cooler. What should I go? Should I go with like this?
Yeah, that's cute. I think that's both cute and cool.
Really?
So
Okay.
that passes. So you are the T1 Valorant ambassador.
Yes.
Can you hype up the team? Hype up your team for today as well as all of the other T1 fans watching out there.
All right, all of the T1 fans, you gotta join me on, you know, cheering T1 on this match currently. I know this is a big match, and I hope that all of the T1 players are gonna, you know, have a good time. Just don't be too nervous. Just have fun with the game and you're gonna win. Totally.
Thank you very much for joining us on the desk, Athena. We loved having you, and I'm sure you're going to have so much fun watching this match because it is a banger match for sure. So thank you very much, and thank you actually for joining us too on the desk.
Yeah, thank you so much.
You can leave your headset right over here. Thank you. Bye. See you. Athena will be in the arena to watch Prx in T1, and I think they need all of that extra power because Prx right now, they are, without a doubt, the best team in the world. Accolades alone, they are the most consistent, highest performing team out there.
Look, they're chasing that GOAT status. They've missed out on 2 trophies this year, but they're back at home in Pacific. We know how great they are when they're on this stage. I don't think this is the week 1 opponent anybody would like to be facing. Take a look at those stats. You see 4 out of the 5 players breaking that 200 ACS, and Invi only just falling short, but he has a tough job to do being that hard support player. This is a stacked roster through and through. The big thing is they're already in champs, so how does this team look now? The pressure is off a little bit. I want to see them have some fun. I want to see them get loose on this stage, but even then, we know just how dangerous they can be.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting because they've got a very big matchup straight away. An opponent that they're very, very familiar with. Not only the individual players across multiple years, but also they played a couple of times this year in particular in both stages. They're going to play in all 3 stages, Prx and T1. So I want to see if Prx is really, really gunning for this win to send a message, or whether they might try to experiment a little bit to kick this one off. Because as you can see here, the champs points look very, very good, and it's not like they're any stranger to making it to the international stage at this point.
And that's the thing, these stats are ludicrous. You see 14 appearances internationally, the #1 in the world. The #1 in finals appeared 5 finals now, but only that 1 trophy. That is a little bit of a killer if you're Prx. Trophies are really the only thing missing to cement this team as the greatest to ever do it. But will they get another one here in Pacific at stage 2?
Yeah, that's a big question. And let's talk about those 5 finals appearances and why it is not 5 times as a trophy winner, right? Because of course, this most recent one over in Masters London had to have hurt, and I feel like Prx coming into this match, maybe they've come in losing a bit of their mojo and they have to use stage 2 to get it back.
I mean, that's the thing, is it's hard to know how much this will sting for them. 2 international finals this year, but 0 trophies. Back-to-back runners-up. That fracture in the final, that made me so confident they were going to get the job done. But as the series progresses, we saw Leviathan obviously heat up and be good enough to take that title. I think your heart has to bleed a little bit for Prx for the fact that they just couldn't quite convert twice in a row now. And man, I think all of us are hoping the champs could go a little bit differently, given that we know at least that they're already there.
Let's not get ahead of ourselves because we're going to get a little bit nervous here. And of course, they have to get through T1 first. And of course, this super team that we have here of Pacific, apart from missing London, not very great results in EWC either. This match is sort of also for T1 to be able to make that comeback and find out who they are, especially with DH back in the roster.
Yeah, 100%. Speaking of teams that can win Masters events, you got a couple of players on here that have been able to do much the same thing, and they got a little bit of extra support in the server when it's much needed. A very, very scary opponent for T1 to be taking on early on here. As mentioned, DH is in the roster. I think that he was phenomenal when he was playing for T1 before. I'm surprised that they replaced him, so I'm really really looking forward to his performance today. But as you kind of alluded to, T1 has had a little bit of a disappointing run in the middle of the year. It's back-to-back internationals that they're unable to qualify. And after a little bit of a disappointment in Santiago, I don't think that's good enough for them. And that's why you've seen a bit of a roster change.
Yeah, I definitely agree. And it's Stacks that will be taking to the bench to allow for DH to have his time in the server here. I don't think that's anything against Stacks. I don't think he was a bad player for this team at all.
It was great. In Santiago and some of the Pacific games, he was their best player.
I tend to agree, but I do feel like I understand why they're making this change. I understand why they feel the need to shake this up. I guess we have to wait and see what the roles will look like because of that change as well.
Yeah, and it does feel a little bit weird not to have Stacks in Pacific, but DH, he was definitely one of the standout rookies that we had here last year.
I mean, in the words of DH, I am DH.
A wise man once said.
It's one of the greatest quotes of all time. I am DH. Yes, buddy, yes, you are.
I love this guy so much. He was amazing to see play. I love the style that he had on this smoke roll. I thought was a great fit for T1. I really loved watching him play. He had those flashy moments as well as that consistent role play. I'm so happy to see him have another chance here.
God, he's just so solid. On the other side of things, though, someone that in the past on Gen G has been incredibly solid, especially in terms of the fragging, has been this man who has been filling the smokes role a lot.
Yeah.
Now DH will definitely be stepping into that role, and we're questioning the roles, but for Munchkin, I question the individual performance coming into T1 versus when he used to be a monster on Gen G, and I'm wanting to see him play more Viper, maybe not be shackled to the hardcore controller role, be a little bit more flexible, and for God's sake, just start dry swinging some stuff like you used to. Munchkin is way too tame. What's going on, man?
That's not the Munchkin I know and love. I think the roles are exactly it. If DH is on that smokes, I think there's an argument where you can put Munchkin on Perma Viper in this map.
Meteor plays Viper.
Meteor can flex. He can do something else. I want to get the best out of this man right here because on his game, I think he was the best to do it.
Yeah,
Triple controller, anyone?
Do it.
Yeah, triple duelist yesterday, right? It seems like we're throwing stuff in there. We're experimenting a little bit, but you guys are absolutely right. It just hasn't been the same from Munchkin, so he's looking to prove that. And of course, looking at this clip that we have right here, T1's elimination out of Ho Chi Minh for our Stage 1 Finals weekend. That marked the first time that there was no Korean team going over to a global event from Pacific.
I mean, when you cast your mind back to that Stage 1, everybody was saying the two teams that were locked in to go to London pretty much were Prx and T1. At the end of that group stage especially, that's what it felt like. But they get to the playoffs, the two teams that they lose to, once again, are Prx and Full Sense, the top two teams that did make it on out. It doesn't have to, you have to wonder, what if they got a little bit more momentum going? What if things fell slightly differently, but it wasn't meant to be?
I also felt poorly for them because they had a lot of support in Ho Chi Minh. There was so many T1 fans in Vietnam. I was not aware of this. They had maybe the most crowd support out of any team, despite the fact that they were a Korean team in Southeast Asia.
Yeah.
That is absolutely right, but they also have a massive fan base over in Ho Chi Minh, right? The T1 fans out there are absolutely insane. But now heading into our skirmish, we have a special guest on the side of PRX. Yeah. We have PRX Pumps. Wow, he's really giving it to Isu.
What? He's a camera guy for PRX, is he?
Content guy. He is the one who is shooting PRX, shooting in the range as well, in the skirmish rather. But he is usually the guy who's following them around and shooting the content.
Oh, okay. That was... even Isu was impressed by that. That was low-key got a shot.
I respect it so much. I mean, yo, he's winning. He's up 2-1.
Where do they keep finding these guys?
It's just everybody who works for Prx.
They have a requirement.
This is part of the interview process.
This is the minimum requirement to join PRX.
They load up the range and they play 30 bots. 30 bots on hard. How many are you hitting?
He's having fun.
There's no way. There's no way, Easy. You cannot let this happen to you. This would be incredibly embarrassing.
To take your job again.
Yeah.
You have to focus up.
Okay, let's settle down. 3-3. I think Easy's going to get back together. He does look a little nervous, though.
Yeah, it's a nervous smile there.
I would be too. I'd be nervous. You know, this is not one you should be allowed to lose, but I think 3 rounds is already pretty impressive.
Yeah, not too bad. Last one for Isu. One more for the veto advantage. If we've learned anything from Prx and who they offer up in the skirmish, no disrespect, because he's doing quite well for himself. They don't really care if the other team has a veto advantage. They're just going to play and try to win regardless.
Well, maybe that's why Pomps is playing as well. No. But hey, Prx, special request. Can we put in Clara next? Can we put in Declaration next, please? You know, she's a great fragger as well. Yeah. We have our map vetoes now. We have Sunset and Ascent coming up. I like this map veto as well.
Ooh, it's going to be an interesting one. You see Haven go out early there, and T1 not interested in playing the new map whatsoever, even though they've had... Yeah, true. They can flip it later on. They've had more time to prep it, though. As mentioned, they haven't been at some of these international events or had as hectic of a schedule as some of the other teams. Sunset out for PRX. We're expecting Sage and things of the like, I'd imagine. So. And then Ascent for T1. We saw them play this over in Ho Chi Minh. It looked pretty good for them. They were playing the meta comp back then, very Genji-esque with the KO, you know, Killjoy, all of the bits and pieces. I want to see if they stick to that. And for Prx, I feel like it's been back-to-back events where they're playing this Yoru comp on Sunset, and they haven't on Ascent rather, and they haven't had time to innovate just yet.
Yeah, I wonder if they will bring that out on Ascent. I think there's a very real chance T1 will have seen that they're running with the Yoru comp and won't have had a lot of time to adapt, and we'll see it as a sort of weakness in the pool. But I think Prx are sort of sending a message by picking Sunset, saying, hey, we've had more time than you think we have. We've managed to get this map in our pool. Let's show it straight away and prove that we're more prepared than you think we are.
I think also in terms of teams that maybe don't have enough prep time going straight into another event, PRX and T1 are like the least worrisome teams in my opinion. They are so professional. They can do this in their sleep. So for them, it's another day in the office. And it's like, we have no time to prep. It's okay. It's fine. We're already ready. We've been born ready, right? But now we look at our predictions that we have over here. We have some favoring T1 and the audience massively favoring Prx.
Yeah, I don't think it's as Prx favored as the audience would suggest here. I did go for Prx, but for me it was pretty close. I think that prep time for T1, I think could have really worked out well for them.
I agree.
If they put in a lot of good reps. Prx have been pretty rushed around, but for me they have a certain quality to them, right? I think, and when they're rushed is almost when they're at their best. They don't need a lot of time to get things down because of the flow and quality of their players, but I'm expecting a very good close game here.
I'm quite positive on the changes for T1. They've had some disappointing results lately, at least up to their expectations. Other teams in Pacific would look at T1 and say, oh God, I wish that was me, but I think the DH addition is going to be very good. I think they've had time to prepare, so I wouldn't be surprised if they win this game. More so, I'm surprised that Paperton and Achilleos could agree on something for once.
Yeah, that is very, very surprising. One of the many surprises that we've had for this day. I think that adding DH as well to the roster, it adds a new kind of energy to the team, maybe even a bit more hunger for T1 to be able to close out stage 2 the way they want to be able to lift that Pacific trophy.
Yeah, I mean, we were given a story about how after they're eliminated, what was the event they were eliminated from?
Which one? Who?
Where DH is you know, he's upset.
Champs.
It's Champs, that's it. And he says, DH is upset, and he's crying, and he's saying, guys, I will work as hard as I can to get you to the next champions. And
what happened next?
That's when he got dropped, unfortunately. But he's back again. He gets another shot.
He will help them.
He's been putting in the work. He's ready to go. I think he will be so hungry for this opportunity.
Exactly. And with a story like that, right? You have to say that T1 is pretty scary right now, and DH probably one of the scariest players out there. He is DH after all, right?
I am DH.
No truer words have been said. Let's send it to the stage for our second match of the day. It is a banger. It's going to be your Masters winners, Prx and T1.
Today's matchup. We've got two of Pacific's heavy hitters back
on the stage. It's PRX and T1. Both of these teams capable of winning a trophy, have won a trophy, and both of them equally capable of taking down any team that stands in their way. And while Prx, they might be haunted by London, maybe even Paris a little bit, we are back in Seoul, and surely they're ready to press W once more.
I mean, that's exactly it. On paper, it's been a great year for them, but for them, they know how close it was to true brilliance. They were so near 2 international titles already, but they're back home in Pacific. This is their stomping ground. Can they continue to show the dominance here that we've seen from them so consistently in the past?
And when you talk of trophies, of course, T1 is always in the running with a roster change for the team, though. Is this finally the formula that gets T1 their first Pacific trophy?
I think it's a very positive change for T1. They have always been outlined as a bit of a super team, as the last hope of Korea in that last season, not quite able to go just far enough. And I think this roster always has winning potential, but I love the re-addition of TH. I think he's earned his spot. I'm interested to see how they shuffle around the roles, though, and find the balance that they always have to strike with so many heavy hitters on their squad.
Yeah, it's a lot to balance. I feel like this is a T1 team where anybody can really take over, but Stax was always a very solid, very consistent, playing that initiator. So who moves and takes that job now? We know Izu's done it in the past. Do we see somebody else take that mantle? I'm not sure the knock-on effects of this and how that will shape up.
Yeah, that's going to be the story for T1 heading all the way into stage 2. But as you look at this for Prx, when you looked at the recent vlog, they were very, very emotional after London. And you almost have to wonder if they're actually, even though it was a runner-up finish, they're almost operating from a bit of a, lost momentum or lost morale here.
Well, that's the thing. Second place isn't good enough for this squad. Certainly not for them in themselves. They know that they have the potential to win it all, but they're just not quite making it happen this year. Now, the thing is, they're still in for champs. We know that they can do very well there, but they need momentum. I think this is a team that needs to prove how good they are to themselves once again, that they do have that capability. I want to see it start right here, because T1 are no lousy opponent to go up against.
Yeah, I totally agree. I mean, it's a case, unfortunately, of the train always getting derailed at the final stop, and it takes a while to kind of clean up that mess, pick yourselves back up, especially at the start of a stage after a bit of a hectic travel schedule when T1's been kicking up their feet. Yes, they've had some emotional things to digest of their own, and as we head into Sunset, let's see what both of these teams have come up with. Very, very different trajectories in terms of rest time, in terms of prep, and there you go for T1. Munchkin on the Sova. I was thinking it's going to be Izu, and interestingly enough, this will be Buzz's Phoenix debut. This guy's been playing for so long, but I don't think he's played an official on Phoenix, and Meteor will be on the Chamber.
Yeah, I mean, that's definitely an interesting look for Prx. It's not that same, but something is
Let's
back
go.
on the Gecko. This is an old school look for them in a way there with that double initiator. On that Sova. So this is a very sort of old school in a way. I'm curious if we see something start opping on that Gecko where he originally made his name.
Yeah, I'm interested to see like the interaction of these two comps, really. You know, you got the attack side first for T1. That's going to be very quick. It's really up to Prx to use their init util to kind of, retake some of these sites and minimize the risk.
Yep, all eyes on the initiators for this match. Let's toss it on over to our casters, Paper Thin and Achilles, to take us into Sunset.
Thank you very much. The oddities continue to arise here. The Gecko coming back through, okay, something. He's played that plenty of times. As Pilsky just mentioned, Buzz, this guy's been around for a long time. He has never played Phoenix.
Crazy.
So he's making a debut on that. And Munchkin is playing the Sova, which is going to be for the 5th time ever in his storied career as well. So, some interesting changes coming through here as they shuffle things around.
You know what's weird is the thing I'm most surprised by is that you're not flipping Izu and Buzz on what they're playing on, because I feel like Izu is a very capable Flash duelist player, right? Like and a very good Yoru player, so I feel like the Phoenix would suit him very nicely. Buzz is well known as one of those, selfless, entry players for you on the Neon, but we'll have to wait and see. I mean, it could be cooking, could be not. I mean, this is a huge match because this is a revenge match here for T1, who fell to Prx to not be able to qualify to Masters London, and look what Prx did with that. They got second. Yeah, not good enough for them, but they were still able to make a hell of a run.
Well, that they were. So, of course, Prx already secured 4 champs, no matter what. So, you know, they have a little bit of room to mess around a bit.
Prx already qualified है Shanghai के लिए.
Let's try this out. Let's not have Devi on the stage. Let's have him on that Viper, which is kind of what I thought T1 was going to do. Was just, okay, DH comes in, he plays hard controller, and then Munchkin just full-time Vipers pretty much every map.
Yep.
Not to be the case, at least not here on Sunset.
Yeah, so curious. Interesting toxic screen early from Prx, and a big first kill for Envy.
God, Envy.
The 13th outing on Neon for Izu, off to a rough start. Clean here from Envy. As a big walk down through tiles. Smoke going to be going out. That trademark going to be covered.
Planted.
As Envy will find a bit of damage. Meteor going to be tagged down to 50.
पता है.
Trying to watch from this alley approach. Finds a bit of damage here. The paranoia onto the corner. And it's going to be Jeng coming away with the kills. Munchkin's going to be taken down now. That's going to be that nade lobbed into the back, but will be avoided as Meteor is able to find an elimination. Envy gets himself a second swing of the corner. Buzz dead. And now it is just the DH intercepted and eliminated. Prx will find the opening pistol.
Yeah, just so aggressive so early on the map, and again, a huge first kill found for Envy. Shutting Izu down, giving you that man advantage, not taking any damage in response, and he plays this round incredibly well. I mean, you could argue that Envy was Prx's best player overall throughout all of London. Starts off really nicely, a phenomenal paranoia there from Forsaken to break that angle open. DH Meteor try to punch back, but the Sheriffs, as usual, very devastating for Prx. And they're still very fired up. Prx, a lot of talk around, okay, you're already in champs, like, how much do you really need to
How much do we phone it in?
Yeah, exactly.
And they're still going to be wanting those wins. Slide forward here in the alley, but Forsaken, filling that space, is able to come away with 3. Buzz just the one. Quick and dominant kills going to be found as Munchkin now having to go on a walkabout, try to rejoin back in over towards the B site where Meteor has got himself on a decent lurk. Turns away the worst possible time. Devi will find it.
Kya timing.
And, well, this would be one hell of a clutch, to say the least. Devi, typically very clean with the Sheriff, and within the first couple shots here, but will have Munchkin down with a swing. Gets some idiot points, taking too much damage there in exchange. 3-0 so far, and Prx 2-0.
Yeah, nice start again. Devi coming through hot. I mean, the other concerning thing, if you're going up against Prx this stage, is like, since they've already qualified to champs, like, they're kind of scary to go up against in that regard, because when they play loose, when they play free, that's kind of when they're at their best. It's when the pressure gets to them is when they kind of tend to crumble. It's they talk about it very openly in their interviews.
This might be the happiest stage that we ever get to see of Alex.
What a relief.
I mean, like, he might still get annoyed if they're doing stupid stuff, but I don't think you can fully blame him on this one here. Just gonna walk out into the spray down.
You shouldn't be mad at that. That's just, it is what it is.
It's a bonus, but Izu able to find his first 2 kills of the map. Cleaning up Jing as well. Trying to see if he can just catch anybody on a timing there. Plenty are going to be spotted. Envy does manage to take down Munchkin. Devi with another clean shot. Buzz eliminated, just stopping this Phoenix from really getting that ball rolling at all. But DH will get the clean up. 3 players surviving overall. Not too bad of an anti-bonus for T1 as they get themselves on the board.
Yeah, I think you're pretty okay with that as T1. And just some early spams going to get you some value. So is Prx. Probably time to stop the mid pushes off that toxic screen because it's gotten red. They're spamming both angles there. Both top mid and through the door. Still Envy very sharp. Ooh, that's a nice one from Izu. And DH able to swing out. Paranoia didn't connect, but did not matter because Devi was not even looking at him. So pretty sharp round there, though, with the rifles in hand.
Oh, boy.
Oh, God. Who let Elfish Guy into the building?
I don't know, but we'll have to have a word with security. Get his badge taken away.
Yeah. Just in case anyone's curious, he is, in fact, the curse.
Yes. Yeah, he has been the problem, but
yep.
It's all right. Should hopefully be something pretty quick. We'll just wait and see if we have anything that we can push towards you guys. But yeah, as you can see on the screen, gear issue. So should be a pretty quick one.
Also, T1 is very notorious for having tech issues.
That is true. I don't think this can really be pushed towards us at all.
No.
I mean, we all remember the 2024.
The first day?
Even before that, of course, we had the one in 2023.
True.
And it was all T1, all on the first day of each year there at kickoff. So
I blame them.
I think, fairly safe.
इतिहास
Go
है क्या
ahead
टेक
and
पॉज
say
का?
it's their fault.
I'm gonna hire a truck outside of their building in Apujang.
Stop the tech pauses.
Stop the tech pauses.
At this point, becoming a little bit more of a deep cut, I suppose, but this fan's saying that he's got a KTX, a high-speed train to take
at 10:49.
He's got 3 hours.
Yeah, even if it goes to 3, if it's quick, he might have a chance if he hops in a taxi. If he's going from Seoul Station, not too
If you're going
far.
from Yongsan, then good luck.
Yeah. No.
By that point, I guess the traffic wouldn't be too bad on the highway. So
you could also take the Gyeonggi-Jungan if you're going to Yongsan.
That is true. Of course, I mean, crowd is getting packed